the million ocean men. Never seen this before.
Did you hear that?
What?
The sound?
No, I didn't.
No. I looked retarded doing that sound. By the way, I just saw myself on stream.
Did you hear the ghost deeply exhaling next to your head?
Yes, that's what I was. We're gonna fly.
Fly me to the moon.
I'm on you, Aiden.
Okay.
Wow, I'm dead.
Oh,
Like that motherfucker batted me out of the sky from across the level. Like none of that.
Behind you.
Oh, yep. Behind. Yep.
You want to teleport?
Trying to support you.
That was good.
Brian. And
Jesus Christ.
You're like,
Hey, get back to you, little bitch! Hey! Get over here! Ah, you bitch! I'm going! Get over here, you little fucker! Get! Fuck you think you are? Bitch, wrong neighborhood. Grab our stuff.
Take him back as a valued employee.
You too, stop walking near our stuff. No, you too! Fuck, they're all stealing!
Yes, ma'am, I know.
No!
Have a great day.
Okay. Oh, fucking balls! What the fuck? What the fuck? I'm fucking right on. Thank you for the call. Torches. Tried to be slimy, and then look what happened. That. What's up, buddy? You are fucking terrifying. I'm allowed to be on Sundays.
That's a lie. Oh my god, that woman's naked.
Oh wow, that's.
You filmed that? No.
Yep, she may have been on camera. Sorry for the boobs.
She was you know what? I think I'm gonna tell myself she had something on under the robe.
Oh, okay.
Thank you for the clip. That's great. Remember, this mod isn't gonna get saved. I'm at 68 health.
Wow, he beat
Still
me a
chasing
lot
him.
more than he beat you.
Still alive him. I saw that man as a child. I'm gonna ask him if he was in Oklahoma at the time I was 6.
Can we stop that sound? We cannot.
Oh, Jesus.
I need
Oh,
a minute
what?
before you start up the next match. I have
Alright.
to go to the bathroom and check on food.
Bathroom
I
stuff.
thought you were gonna say your prostate.
Yeah, I was gonna say. You paused there for like a second.
Gotta go to the
Gotta
bathroom,
go to the bathroom and check on
my
Food.
Food.
Please
That's
don't
another-
cook in the bathroom. That's
I was
not
about to say,
hygienic.
he's like, why is your food in the bathroom?
Make sure you wash your hands.
Oh, right, chicken spaghetti sandwiches. Got it.
Next up, basement. Oh yeah.
Did you- Did you just ruin my elevator? Did you just ruin my elevator?
Look, there were creepers up there. Anything could have happened.
Why were you up there?
Plausible deniability. So you got that filth? Mate, you got that filth, eh?
Yeah, I got dirt. Here you go. Oh, God damn it, Callie.
You sure have a lot going on.
What the fuck?
Oh. Everything you own is lava. I see.
Everything is gone. Everything is gone.
You don't have any.
That's crazy. That's fun. Thank you, whoever on TikTok just flagged me for hate speech for streaming. That's great.
I
Get a fucking life.
Wait, did it go through?
And it immediately popped up and said you've been flagged for hate speech. I haven't done anything. I wasn't even live yet. We were on a starting soon stream.
Like a dog.
Oh,
with a
man.
bone.
It's right there in the corner. It's staring at me.
Made me an editor in your
Holy
chat? Right on,
shit,
thank
it's
you.
looking at me.
Also, good morning, Amanda.
You're
Good morning,
live?
Hazel.
Yeah.
Yes, you just went live.
God damn, mate, you didn't have
Visible.
shared
Oh
chat.
my god.
I'm so low.
I'm working on it. Just so low.
Where are my
Give me one
friends?
sec.
How do I eat it? With fork. Can I take the blindfold off? No.
It's so dark in here.
So get a fucking forkful and put
I
it in
can't.
your...
I don't want to.
I'm gonna love the swath of people leaving my Twitch and shit. They're like, "You're too loud now. Goodbye."
Yourself on the fork.
You were better when you weren't
Yes.
loud.
All right. I don't. I
You were
can't
better
see.
when you were quiet.
Just do it quick.
Now we can hear you clearing your throat in the morning.
Hey, cool. I'm the editor on your side too. I'm gonna go touch things.
You guys move.
I don't know what that is.
That's not a good sign.
Let's go here. Heyo.
B. If that makes you more comfortable.
All right. So what are we doing?
But at no point will it become a B.
I feel like we can actually get some stuff done today.
I agree.
Essentially
I
the
think
thing
that's
for stream
possible.
sharing.
What's that?
And live.
Is that Otter?
And a Dennis.
Where's Otter?
I'm so distractible right now. I haven't been able to focus on anything.
Yes, it's me, Alter Games.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I moved.
Otter
apparently.
is Otter is also streaming. No, that's Red. Red's mic is just now fixed and working appropriately, so now he sounds like a normal human being.
It's just like
That is
Mammal.
normal.
you know, it's always.
Well, yeah, you sound normal to me, but that's because like you're in the house, so I know what you're supposed to sound like.
What would you say I'm supposed to sound like? I'm very curious.
This is pretty normal.
All right, fair enough. CatMax says I'm not allowed to use this mic. We have to take it away. You know that, right?
Yeah, we'll
Just
see.
be like, I don't like red stuff.
We'll see what kind of.
What's up, Zero Azazel?
Hey, what's up, Zero? How you doing, bud?
But Zero, yeah, no,
Alright.
it's Azazel. Okay, cool.
All right, I'm live on TikTok now as well. Thank you, whoever on TikTok decided to report me for hate speech before we were even live. I appreciate you.
You knew that was coming. Come on, guys, don't forget to memorize the chat rules.
Is it chat rules? What are the chat rules?
Good lord. It's a lot of words, man. I ain't reading all that. Can I just get a live, laugh, love tattoo instead?
Can we? Can we do that instead?
That's how it feels.
Also, welcome in. Thank you for making sure that the chat rules are there.
You got a disclosure. You gotta sign that shit.
Did anybody break
I mean,
those
who
rules?
really likes their firstborn anyway? That's the trial, baby. Sign that one away. Come on. No? What do you mean no?
Am I missing something? Because this is like, because TikTok, over on TikTok, it said something about hate speech, and now this is happening. That's great. Did I miss something? I feel like we missed something.
No, you didn't miss
Dens,
it. What's
what's
up,
up?
Dens?
Unless calling somebody handsome.
Yes,
is a
don't call
crime.
people handsome. Super offensive.
Also, Hero, welcome in. First time chatter.
What's up, Dens? That's my boy. I gotta play with Dens sometime. I mean, I gotta shoot things with Dens and Jamex. I gotta do it. They're the best. They're the best pew pew boys.
I think
One of the best.
Max is gonna be doing
one
Helldivers with Otter. You might be able to get in on that.
Oh, you're letting Otter play Helldivers? Said
What
let.
do you mean letting?
Yeah.
What do you mean letting?
My point stands. You're playing. If anything, stop this. That's too much democracy. Your system can't take it. How you feeling today? You feeling loose? You feeling storyteller? I haven't played Helldivers in months. Me either, man. I unfortunately
I've never
stopped
played.
playing once PlayStation swang their dick in their direction, and I never went back. I really like the Helldivers team specifically. Those guys are on top of their game, but unfortunately, their parent company just make me very, very
Who is
angry.
their publisher?
Yep.
Their publishers like that. Oop, let's go ahead and
They said,
add
"Oh
that
well,
to
this went
TikTok
well.
as
Let's try to get more money out of it." That is not what you do. You give I think the market example should be: you see something going well with your substituents, and you go, "Okay, cool. How do we let them have the space they need to do their job better?"
And we've been banned on TikTok.
Seriously?
That's crazy. Yeah, seriously.
Seriously?
Seriously.
How? It's on what hate speech?
No clue.
Let me go check that I still have an account.
Did you know?
Well, yeah, for me it
Ara
was.
Ara backwards is Ara Ara.
I still have a TikTok. I haven't posted in
Nope.
months, but it's still there. Please
I'm
don't
back up
nuke
and
my
live
TikTok,
again.
Mr. China.
I had to re-log in, but yeah, it was taken down.
That's
That is crazy that somebody's reporting me for hate speech over on TikTok. You guys need to get a goddamn life, seriously.
someone has to be trolling you. It's
Yeah, I'm not worried about it. I'm genuinely not worried about it.
we don't say hateful things here. We promote love and happiness.
No, we don't. But we don't say hateful things.
I'm all about love and happiness, as long as it's not in proximity to me. As long as I don't have to hear your juices. Then yes. Your love juice. Let me know when you're ready to do this intro, man.
I'm good. I'm in game
rush you,
now,
though.
so you're all set.
Zero's playing
stuck on playing
7 Days
2
to Die,
games
the
at
only
the moment.
$50 zombie game I've ever heard of that doesn't come with an arcade cabinet. And if you're looking
does have
for
an
your
arcade
juices,
cabinet.
love juices. Love juices, specifically. Let's not get that wrong. Come on now.
If
It's a
you need
wholesome
a
Christian
demonstration as to what love juices are, I will be over shortly.
server. Disgusting.
Gross.
Where are you seeing True? I don't see True in my chat.
True was using channel points. You don't see those.
Okay, cool. All right. Well, today
My
is a rough day.
account.
We had a long night
I
last
just-
night. Zero was working. I was doing red things.
Red
But today
things.
we are here.
So I just popped up in TikTok, account restricted.
Your mic far away, by the way? Just thought I'd ask.
A little bit, not really.
Sound different this morning. Ow. Going to the fishing hole. TikTok is crazy for that? Absolutely.
Somebody's going through my videos on TikTok and reporting my videos is what's happening. For hate speech. And my account has been restricted. That's crazy. Get a life, people. Jesus. Anyway, let's do this.
Yeah, we ready? We good? I got some.
We're ready.
We'll do it. Yeah, we're ready. Just the tone overall. Big yikes indeed. Yeah.
They
all good,
yeah,
man.
the one that got hit, it said they just reported it, and I went to appeal the report, and it said, sorry, your appeal time's over because it's an older video. Someone has issues with me. A lot of people have issues with me. It's okay.
A lot of people. I think you're a swell guy.
Yeah, I'm okay.
You guys want to see the thing I 3D printed? I can go grab it while he's doing tech
Alright.
stuff.
No, done. I'm good.
No?
What's
Okay,
gonna happen
cool.
is that TikTok goes off, but yeah, all it did is that it said that I've been restricted from the For You page, so
Oh no.
I have no idea. It's probably just somebody randomly going through pages and reporting them because I was live.
They did do a big TOS change community guidelines thing yesterday.
Yeah, they changed they flagged one of my videos from December.
December.
I can't even, yeah, December. I'm still trying to figure out what video it got flagged.
I didn't like that though. Someone was standing next to me and sand moved. I did not like that. Is that an update thing? Can we not do that? I don't want arid sand movement.
Oh
Unpleasant.
shit.
Like someone's gonna crawl out. So the Minecraft server is updated to 1.21.5.
Here's the post that they hit for hate speech. It's a meme that says, "I'm just so confused. I don't know what I should do." And it says me standing in my underwear, drinking Oreos. Oh, sorry, dunking Oreos in whiskey. And says, "Well, you came to the right place." That's the one that got reported for hate speech, and that's the one that got my account restricted. It's a meme from December.
The only thing
God damn, I
TikTok's
love
done is mute
TikTok.
old videos. All my videos I made. They got rid of my Power Rangers intro I made for Baldur's Gate 3. I worked really hard on that. And I'm still a little sad about it.
It's time to drink water.
All right, I'll drink. Yeah, yeah, I don't. It's not a big deal. I'm not worried about it. It's been happening on TikTok forever, where people just go through and report stuff. What pisses me off is you can't appeal thing.
Yeah,
it's your like, time to appeal's up. It's like, I don't know why that would be up.
What are you looking at? Unless you're mad.
No.
Is it the
So
sand?
you're
The
finding-
sand makes
you-
noise when I'm just standing in it now? Oh, that's uncomfy. Don't do that. No, 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 no. I don't like that at
You made
all.
it to work? Right on. Glad that you made it there safely.
Just get the fuck out of here.
Whatever you say, dude.
All the things you said, all the things you
Alrighty.
said, running through my head, running through my head.
Alright, so sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt your intro with weird
That's all good.
TikTok nonsense.
Chick Jock baby. Welcome to Reddit Time, the only Reddit time where I moved my camera forward just a little bit and sound like Otter Games for some reason.
You don't sound.
But
like
we are
Otter.
here, we are canceled, and we are proud. Welcome, everybody. It's story time.
We are canceled.
The only
Uh,
Reddit time where you are actively chastised for enjoying our content. Today, we're going to cover some Reddit stories. Hopefully, some that are uplifting, some that are sad, and some that more than likely are going to involve an angry woman at a wedding. Because apparently, that is the angriest time in the world. It's never anything like
Did
my
you
entitled
know
mother sent me to
Ara
boot
Ara
camp.
backwards
That's more like a
is
1990s thing.
Ara
You ever see Major Pain? I was thinking about it last
yes,
night.
I have.
You can't.
Yeah,
You can't
absolutely.
do Major Pain anymore. Like you can't send your child to military school. It's also, wasn't it the plot for the older brother in Malcolm in the Middle, who's my favorite sibling because he just
He's in
wanted
there
to
as
be
well. Yeah,
happy.
he's in that movie. I like Major Pain because there's a scene in there where the little boy is just like, my arm
There's a monster
hurts.
in the
Is that
closet.
gut? Yeah, no.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
yeah.
that too.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
no,
Because
he's
in
like,
the opening, he kind
my-
of breaks the guy's
my
finger.
arm hurts. Yeah, he's like, I can teach
Want
you
me
a
to
trick,
take
take your mind
the
right
pain
off
in
that.
ya?
Breaks his finger.
My favorite scene with the little kid was there's a monster in the closet and he takes out a fucking desert eagle and empties the magazine into it. Well, if there's a
He's like,
monster
yeah.
in there, he ain't happy.
And he ain't happy anymore. I miss the dumb Wayne's
That was
brothers.
Wayne Brady. No, not. Yes,
Wayne
I think
Brady.
that was one
no.
of the Wayne's brothers.
Marlon Wayans.
No, Wayne Brady's
Marlon Wayans?
the-
Yeah. The dude from
Was that? Yes, that was one of the Wayne's
why?
brothers.
Whose line was it
Marlon,
anyway?
I think it was Marlon and Sean Williams. Yes, I was the. Listen, Wayne's is just. You're lucky it didn't say Bruce. Alright, so we're gonna start off. We're gonna do the fresh ones here.
The
Let's start
fresh
with
ones,
Ask
they
Reddit.
don't smell
Servers on
as bad.
1.21.5? Absolutely. There are leaves falling. And also the sand moves when I'm just standing still. So it sounds like
Sand
someone's next
moves.
to me. And there should be, yep, it should be all updated.
Want to know how I feel when
Dynamic-
I'm at work? Yeah, she's not a
Friend.
fan of her job.
Alright, here it is. We're going to start this off today. And you guys can feel more than welcome to answer, chime into the conversation. That's what makes it interactive with you guys. 13 minutes ago on Ask Reddit, if you could only eat food from 3 countries for the rest of your life, which 3 would you choose? I think number one's got to be Italy. Italy is just very, very varied.
Italy, China,
that's-
and the U.S.
China? You like Chinese food? That's fine.
I fucking love Chinese food.
I think, but the problem is, I mean, is it just Chinese food from Chinese food places? Because there's, I don't know, because that's real high in sodium. I don't know.
You don't have to eat it all the time, and they have.
Well,
stuff
no, but
that's
what I'm
not
saying,
high
I
in
think
sodium.
your smart play would probably be pick something with like a diverse cooking,
Yeah, but it's not
portfolio.
a meal.
No, but like from only 3 countries, and I'm like, Italy has a very varied, repertoire. Also, you get wine.
And you
don't
think
you?
that China doesn't?
Well, you say I'm not saying they don't, but what I'm saying is like you like China for like orange chicken.
I don't. First off, I don't even like orange chicken. And,
You don't like orange chicken? Ah,
no.
shame.
And second, that's
Shame.
American Chinese food.
Okay. Oh yeah,
So they
I
have,
remember in my hometown we had a #1 kitchen buffet, and I got French fries.
that sounds about right for you.
That sounds about right for me. Yeah. I've really broadened my horizons coming down here. All right. Let's see, Italy, Germany, Germany. Germany has a lot of good like cheese and meat dishes. What do you guys think?
Master, we are not alone.
Japan is a safe bet because they have since they're an island, most of their food can be procured on an island, and it's varied enough that it won't stagnate for a very long time. And I think I'm willing to make the argument that you get Kentucky Fried Chicken if you pick Japan.
I mean, you get that with America too. So I feel like if you're
Well,
so like
I feel like if you pick
hang on a sec,
America,
so like
that's
if you
just
don't
cheating because
if
it's all
you
food.
yeah, that's why I'm saying like America's a good bet. Plus you get like that's like Louisiana. That's
Yeah. That's a good
that's
point.
barbecue
There's a
from
lot of-
Texas. Like that's
Oh
brisket.
God,
and-
yeah.
yeah.
So many arrows. I don't know. Anyone else have any picks? I think yeah, you're right. I don't think I could live
I would
without
say
America.
I mean Japan's a good pick for sushi as well.
Yeah.
But again, America has
I think
stuff that's- I
America.
don't-
I think America. What was the first one I said?
America. fuck
Italy.
yeah.
America, Italy.
Italy, definitely.
America, Italy, and Japan. You know what I'm thinking about it? What is an Australian cuisine? Kangaroo meat?
You mean like not like Vegemite?
What a horrible answer. It's true though. Probably Vegemite. What's up, Hazel? Why are you saying my name in Spanish? I'm not bilingual. Australian
Shoe.
cock.
Okay. Good morning to you too.
I'll have to ask Otter, but I don't think that's on the menu.
I mean, for Otter's wife, maybe.
Ah!
Otter would hate that
Well, I'll
joke.
have to-
You're
I hate
welcome,
that
Otter.
joke. He's like, don't talk about my wife. Don't talk about.
Yeah,
Don't
I'm gonna get some angry messages here in a second.
talk about my wife, please. Please. Red, are you trapped in a box? No, I'm not trapped in a box. It's a nice hole in the wall.
Wow.
To my favorite hellhole I go. What does
Have
Ohio have to do with
fun.
this?
Have a good day.
Red has moved his mic closer.
Remember that the future of the universe. Red sounds different today. That's because Red's mic is working properly.
Working properly. This motherfucker bought 3 different mic attachments just because we
Two.
couldn't figure out how to bend a metal stick.
That's
That
because
is
you don't bend
legitimately.
metal.
You're about to build under everyone's houses and all on the walls. True. If I think for a moment
to you
you had
soon,
any
Amanda.
malicious
Have a good
intention,
day.
I wouldn't have built near you. You are a connoisseur of the living in the walls lifestyle. There's a movie, I think it's Korean, called Parasite, about a family that lives in another family's walls.
That's
I haven't
crazy.
seen it, but I've heard it was very good.
Yeah, no,
Live
I
on
had to
TikTok? Yeah, but-
I had to stop and I had to stop and restart after the report. And I got an account warning because I had a meme. Share my life. Hey, I appreciate that, Zero. Thank you. I've been redoing or reposting all of your Monster Hunter stuff as I come across it as well.
All right, so we're moving on to the next question.
Well, that question, yeah. So I think America kind of covers everything.
It
But
does.
I think
It-
I'd be.
the-
I think
America's a
I'm
melting
torn
pot, which is-
between. I think I'm torn between
China and
China and
Japan.
Japan. Yeah.
I'd say
Remember last
Japan just
night?
because like they also have very varied like random items. They're really big on candy and drinks and but they're not afraid to try weird shit, which is why I think I appreciate their cuisine a lot.
Gotcha. Zero, when you post those things, if you want, you can send them to me in a TikTok message, and I'll repost shit for you. If you think about it.
All right, let's move on to the next
and
one.
yeah. Yep.
I think the only thing I could do is a giant villager farm. True. I encourage you to build whatever your little heart desires. Just know that I get shit for a lot of chickens. And
Yeah.
villagers
Yeah,
aren't
and
chickens.
please don't build bridges.
Please. No bridges. Listen, hang
I
on.
gotta add that to the server rules.
No, because I intend to build another bridge.
I can be the bee in your body.
There's a peninsula, the high rise above a river that I want to build. Too.
Hey, thank you for the follow, and I'm about to die, I'm about to die, I'm about to die. Please don't die, please don't die!
He's talking like, oh, in May, we're gonna all play 7 Days to Die. Do you have it already? And I'm like, oh, no, how much was it? He's like, $50. No, I don't have that.
Thank you, Callie, I appreciate you, and not at all. Oh yeah, hysterical.
Every
You're so
villager I get
funny.
will have a job.
Thank you very much for the follow, I appreciate you.
Jobs are important. I talked to Zero about it. Our nether fortress is so far away. We should probably
So
just do
far
ruin
away.
stance. Grumma's alive and outside. Outside? What do you mean outside? He's upside down. He's
And inside out.
no. He walks on his hands. What? Oh no. You don't know how? What do you mean? Just get him. Ugh.
I will in a
He
second.
probably
I promise.
Probably took the water portal and then went outside through a door. He's a dumbass. But I saw him when I was being smited by God. You didn't feel like pointing out you saw one of our friends hanging out outside while God was hitting you with his dick?
I mean, in my defense, it's a very nice day.
Yeah, well, of course you'd compliment your own. It shoots lightning.
It does shoot lightning, that's true.
Let's see here. Tales from Retail? You want her to... no.
1 second, I'm still trying to recover from Callie almost killing me.
We'll do an Am I the Asshole?
Yes.
I don't like how excited you are. Yes. Yes. Excellent. 25 chance
Bam.
I'm up before the sun feels illegal? Absolutely.
What's up, Frosty? How you doing, bud? Maybe some breakfast and have some iced coffee. Zero, you have a good day, bud. I'm glad to see you again. And Sergeant, I apologize for that. I was not able to welcome you in. Welcome in. I appreciate the follow. Thank you very much.
Much obliged. Little tip, use the red tip ammo for long range engagements.
Yeah,
These are
I
the
was
bullets we use to
I was
remove people.
panicking because I am on hardcore and got cornered and didn't have a chance to switch my ammo before my screen was covered on my end. And try stream tonight, right on. Yeah, if you're live, I stream tonight at 6 for The Last of Us, but if you are on when I before or after, I will swing by. Alright, Red. I apologize. Go ahead.
You're all good, man. Was I being the asshole if I refused to give up the water fountain the previous homeowners abandoned 4 years ago? In September 2020, In September 2021, we purchased a home that was built in 2019, and we moved in immediately. The previous home owners left a few things at the home, including a water fountain. Within the first month, the previous owners asked if they could collect the fountain. We said that was fine, but they never came. It's
I
now
may right
March.
into you then, Zero. Sorry, go.
It's now March/April of 2025, so it's been 4 years. 4 years later, and it has been sitting in the front yard. For the last 2 years, I've been organizing, prepping, and designing my front garden, where it will be incorporated into my design. I'm an avid gardener and decided to redo the garden, but haven't yet planted anything. It's taken me a while to actually get started for multiple reasons. The first is we were settling in. The second year, I had to learn about the seasons. I'm from Florida. We don't have seasons. We do. We have heat wave and hurricane. And some
That's
a little
heat wave and
bitty in
wet.
between. And then heat wave, wet, and then sometimes you can like open your windows and not die.
Sometimes. Not from the weather.
Only
anyway.
sometimes.
The bugs that get in will kill
No.
you.
No, they'll kill you. There was a scorpion on the shower floor. Ow, fucking murder you.
There was, yeah, that's true. That is true, there was
Research
a
native
scorpion.
plants, best planting times, and amongst other things. The most important reason was because the house was built poorly and we had to repair an entire wall that was the main section of the garden.
Yeah, Ohio's bad for that.
Plants
I'm
when we will be doing construction work.
hold on one sec, Red. I'm originally from Philly, and Red here's originally from Wisconsin, so we are familiar with fuck you, snow.
Oh yeah, for sure. It ate that guy's car. The snow ate his car. Couldn't fucking believe it. It lurched over there, punched over his car, and then ate it. Go Packers. There is no point for me to plant when we will be doing construction soon. After we finished the exterior part of the wall, winter started. Winter is coming. The roof still needed repairs, but I have access to that area now. I planned on power washing, repairing... God, I hate the sand moving. I hate it so much. I planned on power washing, repairing, and painting the water fountain this weekend, but I got COVID and again delayed. I dismantled the fountain and replaced it to various places to be worked on. Suddenly, the previous owners messaged my husband stating he wants the water fountain back. It's his 45th anniversary soon, and it was his wife's 35th anniversary present. Stating he'll be by this weekend to get it. I told my husband to inform the previous owner that I'm no longer willing to part with it. And the previous owner states it's not mine to part with. And he'll be by to pick it up.
Well, unfortunately,
That's it.
you left at the house. Yeah, it is no longer yours. It's been 4 years.
Master,
Yeah.
you're not alone.
It's been our property for 4 years. It's considered abandoned property after 30 days in my county. We gave him the chance to pick it up, but they didn't. We're not a storage unit. What claim is it his to come get? That was a janky sentence. I understand it was an anniversary gift, but
Welcome back.
clearly he didn't care enough to get it in the last 4 years. This house was brand new, but terribly built by the previous owners. Everything that could be wrong is wrong. Roof is missing edge pieces, subfloor is uneven, causing the entire floor to be uneven with gaps in all the wood. The entire house needs new siding. Because they installed the hardy board incorrectly and it's now falling off. 4 different colors and this guy, they fucked this house. Before you ask, yes, we had an inspector, but no, he didn't catch these things. What? We're also trapped in this house because we bought during the COVID times, and the interest rates were very low, so moving isn't an option. Trust me, we could if we would. So am I the asshole for not giving up the water fountain 4 years after he sold us a terribly built... This has nothing to do with the house itself. I feel like that was an unnecessary detail. No,
I would say, sure,
we
you can
left-
come pick it up, but I'm charging you storage fees because you've made me hold on to it for the last 4 years.
It's not even that.
And
It's
just make
disassembled
those-
now.
I've got a bad feeling about this.
I don't quite agree with the passive aggressiveness on the homeowner's part.
Yeah. Something can get his waterfall if he wins in a mutual Yu-Gi-Oh combat. Yeah. Absolutely.
You gotta duel me for it. Red Eyes Black
You
Dragon.
gotta say duel right. Come on.
Come on, duel. Duel monsters.
Duel.
Nah. Joey Wheeler's
Nah.
where it's at. Nah.
Believe in the heart of the fountain.
Joey Wheeler.
Exactly. That's exactly right. The heart of the fountain.
We're gonna play
Gotta be up on
Bakugan
that
for it.
ridge. Bakugan. Wait, let me break out my Bakugan collection real quick.
My fucking Beyblades, come on. He's a loner set. I got it at a Goodwill. Alright,
Nah,
cool.
nah, I'm a 90s kid, man. We're gonna play Crossfire for it.
Crossfire!
Crossfire.
You gotta play Pogs for it? Oh god, let's not talk about
Pogs. Yeah.
Zero,
I have
zero words,
all
come
the presidents.
on. Oh fuck, you have number 48?
I do. I have. I also have like all of the Hardy's slammers that they did for Apollo 13. We can play some Pogs. Let's go.
Used to play Yu-Gi-Oh! And enter tournaments. I used to win tournaments.
Wow. You're gonna be super aggressive. I didn't just play. I won.
My mom still has my Pogs.
I want you to know, Bronze area. We just severely aged ourselves.
That's all good. Yeah. I heard the 30 years click by in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I heard all of the joints.
Alright, here's one. You sound different, Zero? He does. His mic sounds a little different today. I don't know what he did.
I sound different?
You do. I tried to tell you earlier. You sound different.
Why would I sound different? Just give me a second.
Alright, while you're doing that, we'll do an entitled parent story. It's called My Grandfather Tried to Manipulate, Bribe, and Force Me into Plastic Surgery. I'll let that one sink in for a moment. What the fuck? Unless you are doing a bank heist in which you need to look like the heister's dead sister. Like, I'm out. I stopped playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Because they changed the rules. I stopped playing because my play group went away, and I didn't like the constant re-upping. You had Fusion, you had Synchro, and XZ,
how about now?
and that was where I stopped it. You sound normal now.
I sound normal now? Thank you. I'm glad
Yes.
that I sound normal.
Wow.
I used to stop playing before it was cool? Damn. It was coming through the webcam for some reason.
That's good. Alright, Mr. Villager, what do you got?
Only
I'm
one
sorry,
of us can
you'll
have
buy
a good mic at a time.
You will 5 buckets of water for emeralds? What the fuck? None of your mind. Yeah, Yu-Gi-Oh! Has a big part in my my upbringing. It's my name. My name. I'm named after the Red Eyes Black Dragon. A lot of people thought it was Hot Smoke.
You sound like the job interview I was in for a big tech company. Oof.
Listen,
I
your
hope you're
Pog's
going for
career,
IT.
your Pog's career, while lucrative, is unfortunately not with today's standards. So we're gonna have to let you go.
So we can only give you vice president.
Only vice president. I'm sorry. $500 million company, Walmart, Logitech mics.
Yeah. They're using the was it the C922 webcam?
I ran Blue Eyes White Dragon and its supports, and I ran Blue Eyes and Red Eyes. I just ran a dragon deck essentially, and destroyed life points the way Yami Yugi intended. Just smite them with the sheer force of your deck. Alright, on to the story. My grandfather tried to manipulate, bribe, and force me into plastic surgery. What the fuck? Hi Reddit, my name is Edward. I'm a dude, and this is a story about my controlling grandfather, an 81-year-old man. who spent years trying to force me into plastic surgery. The deck ends the battle in one turn, so does mine. It's called Gun Under the Table.
Gun under the table.
Zombie Pumpkin King of Ghosts. Ah, you're old school, bro. You're showing your age. If the Pog comments didn't get you, that season 1 deck definitely did. I approve. Old school over here. This is going to be a long one. No, my hairline shows my age.
Yeah, you want to see a hairline? Give me a sec. I'll show you a hairline.
Let's see. No, bald,
Bald.
bald, bald.
I got you beat on that.
This is going to be a long one, so buckle up. The problem with my ear. I was born with 2 slightly different ear shapes. Eggman.
call Sonic.
I'm more. He looks more like a Wilson Fisk cosplayer. The Kingpin. I told him to get a suit, maybe a couple 100 pounds ago. I was born with 2 slightly different ear shapes. One of them curls a little, but it's not super noticeable until you're staring at me from up close. It doesn't affect my life anyway, except that earbuds fall out more easily. Kids tease me a bit, but whatever, it was just how I looked. My grandfather, however, did not see it that way. To him, I wasn't perfect, and that was unacceptable. Looking back, I realized he'd been making comments about my ear since I was in preschool, but things really escalated when I turned 14, the age you can legally get plastic surgery in my former country. Zero's gonna tell you to shave your head. Absolutely. He's
Oh, I've been shaving my head since I was 23. I've never stopped. Way before it actually started going.
Back.
Yeah. I figured I'm just gonna get rid of it on my own terms. It's like super young too. I just always shaved my head after that.
Yeah. The manipulation begins. Practically every day, he'd remind me of my hideous and atrocious ear. At the time, I lived with my mom, who's 43, his daughter, and he lived in the apartment below us. That meant he had easy access to my life and never missed an opportunity to put me down. One day, after months of brainwashing, he took me to a fancy restaurant. Just the 2 of us. Keep in mind, my mom and I were lower middle class, while he was an upper classer side. I thought it was just a nice lunch, but when dessert arrived, he casually asked, "Do you want to finally get plastic surgery and look normal?" What a piece of shit. As always, I told him no. I like how I looked. I was unique. His response, he silently stood up, paid the bill, yanked me by the arm, and dragged me to his car. Before I got to finish my cheesecake, I should add. He shoved me out in front of our apartment and drove off without another word. He was supposed to watch me that evening since my mom had to work late, but instead he ignored me completely. I had no keys, so I sat outside our apartment for 6 hours until my mom came home. Luckily, it happened in April just before my birthday, so it was warm enough. Oh my god!
Wow. What a dick.
Here I am
Get
trying
my
to do
way,
this
so.
nice thing for you, and you disrespect.
Why is he a Don?
It's time to get you plastic surgery. You look fucking terrible.
Oh,
Play
God.
Magic the Gathering?
We play Magic here at the house, and it's something.
Let's fucking go.
All I gotta say is Cactar's coming.
Cactar's coming.
Cactar
We got in pretty late, like a year or 2 ago. I play Merfolk, and that's the only deck I like.
I play Doctor Who and
Well,
an alien, big alien boys.
The bribery phase. A few weeks later, he started to talk to me again and acted like nothing had happened. One day, he even picked me up early from school and took me out to a restaurant, a cheaper one, but it had a carousel park nearby, which I loved. Strangely, for the first time in a few years, he didn't mention my ear. Not once. We just had fun. But over the next few weeks, he kept this up. Movies, museums, my favorite restaurants. No insults, no guilt tripping. It felt nice. But then one day, during a car ride home, he asked, What do you want most? I'll buy it for you. Now, asking a 14-year-old, being a 14-year-old, ask an open-ended question like that, I was ecstatic. I asked for a gaming PC. Without hesitation, he drove me right to the store and told me to pick out whatever I wanted, setting a budget of £2,000. To me, that was an insane amount of money. I picked out my dream setup, practically shaking with excitement. All right,
Give me a link for
then
it
at the
on
register.
Discord. Sorry, keep going.
Huh?
I was telling
then at the
Bro to
regis-
shoot me a link for it on Discord.
Yep, all good. Then at the register, he turned to me and said, "All right, pay up." I blinked. What? Oh, you don't have the money? Well, I'll give it to you on one condition. You will fix your ear.
That's
His
that's
voice
crazy.
was deep and demanding, loud but not yelling, but firm. I started crying and ran out of the store. I literally ran the 5 kilometers back to my home. When I told my mom, she was livid. She stormed downstairs, pounded on his door until he opened up, and they argued for a long time. When she came back, she was in tears, but she told me I had done the right thing. Your grandpa's a piece of shit.
A
The
bit.
final attempt, kidnapping me to a surgery. So, I'm gonna fight. This makes me want to fight.
Yeah, no, watch. I'm not running 5 kilometers.
You never catching me running? Yeah. The next day, my grandfather acted completely normal. Again, he picked me up from school, was super friendly, and told me he had a surprise for me. On one hand, I knew he was up to something. On the other hand, he had taught me from a young age to use people for what they could offer. So I got in the car, hoping for another fun day. Instead, he drove me to a private health clinic. Once inside, he introduced me to his friend, a plastic surgeon. They talked for a while before the surgeon took my measurements. Then, just before signing the documents, the surgeon turned to me and asked, "Which one of you wants the surgery today?" I was frozen. My grandfather immediately answered, "He does. He's just nervous." Hang on. I pointed at him and held back tears. The doctor frowned. "Well, I can't perform a surgery if the patient doesn't want it." My grandfather then lied and said he was my legal guardian because my parents were dead. He tried to fake documents to authorize the surgery, but thankfully, the doctor refused. At this point, I completely broke down, terrified that something had happened to my mom. My grandfather sighed, drove me home without saying a word again, and handed me off to my mom, and who had no idea where I had been. That was the breaking point. We went low contact with him for a few years. Or possibly he was punishing us by ignoring us as he intended to do. The aftermath. Eventually, when I needed braces, he offered to help pay for them. We were tight on money, so my mom reluctantly agreed. He promised to cover half the cost. In reality, he paid for the half of my top braces, a quarter of the bottom. Not to mention how he didn't think it was necessary to pay £20 every 2 weeks for a couple years of tightening. He still, every couple of months or so, tried to bribe me to get the surgery or to accept money as a loan that I don't need to pay back. Or in any other way he could think to get control over me. For now, years later, he's still trying to control me. I moved to a different country after college to get away from him. I have no job yet, my savings are draining, and, almost like he sensed it, he reached out last week. "Do you want £10,000? All you have to do is get a quick, simple surgery, and the money is yours." I didn't even
What the
reply.
fuck is this guy's problem?
I think this guy is...
That is crazy.
I think this guy is a eugenicist, if I had to guess. That's my best assumption. The family fallout. After the incident at the clinic, my grandfather went on a smear campaign, telling our extended family that my mom, his own daughter, had turned me against my loving and caring grandfather. Most of them believed him. My mom and I were banned from family gatherings, holidays, and celebration. He even told us we had no right to use our own last name anymore. The only person who stayed on our side was my grandmother. May she rest in peace.
Hey, we do
Final
have the Discord.
thoughts.
Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, boy, we got a Discord.
There you go.
Final
Everything's in there.
thoughts. I know this was a lot, and I'm sorry for dumping it on you guys and gals, but I needed to tell someone. The last 2 therapists I've had sided with him.
What?
So I feel
How
like I
bad is
have
his
no one
ear?
unbiased. so I have no one unbiased to talk to. To be clear, I will never get this surgery, and I will never take his money. Thank you for reading. If you have any questions or suggestions, I would love to hear your thoughts.
I
So
want
we'll
to see
cover a
his
few
ear.
questions here. We have a few of the. So
Go
he
on.
does respond to a few of the questions here. I'll cover a few of them. Sorry. Give your thoughts first, then we'll cover some of those questions.
I want to know what his ear looked like. For his
For
therapist to be
science?
like, oh, you should just get the surgery? Like, that's crazy.
The guy doesn't care. I don't like. Grandpa had to be some suspicious 1940s level eugenicist to be this fucking invested in someone else's appearance. That's all I gotta say. I'm all for people being body positive. Do what you want to do. If it's affecting your health, you should probably do something about it. But this guy just says his ear's a little droopy. Who gives a shit? That guy clearly doesn't. So why the fuck is it a big deal? I don't know. You got anything else to say? Or we're gonna do the questions here.
I'm really curious
I
what
don't
his ear
see a
looks like for
picture.
his
I don't see a
therapist to be
picture.
like, no, you should definitely get your ear surgery.
Nah, you should look at the therapist. Nah, you are fucking hideous. Please go get it. Like, what? Why? Gods, this old windbag cannot go fast enough. He's honestly more obsessed about your ear than anyone. It sounds like, why is he still allowed to communicate with you? Honestly, I don't know why I him on Facebook. I mean, I understand I have no reason not to, for crying out loud. I literally moved to a different country. Mostly because of him, but also due to bad economy in Latvia. Obviously, I didn't give him my phone number, but I haven't blocked him on Facebook either, because I feel bad about doing it. This guy's got Stockholm. Honestly, I'd keep him on Facebook and post selfies that highlight your ear constantly. Just to piss him off and remind him that he has no control over you. It's absolutely unhinged that he is so angry over something so insignificant, and I absolutely want it to remind him of it all the time. Let him stay mad while you live your life happy and free of him. You need better therapists. Don't I know it? Unfortunately, the ones I went to were paid by my college, and I currently can't afford normal, not to mention good ones.
Jesus
So
Christ.
I'll do the second best thing I know and post here. Reddit isn't therapy.
Hi, Elmo.
Hi, Elmo. Alright, we're moving on. Holy shit. Alright, so here's a D&D one. Do we have any D&D or RPG players in the chat? A player handed me, the DM, a 65-page character backstory.
Yeah.
Zero. I need you to be honest with me. Based on that sentence alone, what do you think?
I think that I would tell them I'm not going to read that and to give it to me in a PDF format, and I put it into an AI and tell them to summarize it in 2 paragraphs. That's what I think would happen with that.
Pretty much like the title says, I've been a DM for 2 campaigns, and right now I'm running Tomb of Annihilation with the same group.
So
He
they're
must hate his-
killing all
he
of
must
their
hate his
players. Yep. Yeah, he's killing them all.
So, for those of you who don't know, Tomb of Annihilation is one of the hardest modules
designed
in D&D. It's
to kill
designed
people.
to break overpowered player characters.
Yep.
It has instant kill traps all over it. One of my players is really into D&D, constantly writing character ideas, sending me concepts for future campaigns, ones I haven't even started planning and maybe never even run. And even making a separate group chat just to share D&D stuff with me so it doesn't get lost in our main messages. His last character for... Oh my god, they're running it again? Okay, so his last character for Tomb of Annihilation had a 15-page backstory. So for those of you who don't know or are uninformed, Tomb of Annihilation is literally just about a cave in a
Death trap.
hole in the ground. It's not a world-building thing. It's just a dungeon. It's an isolated
yeah.
story.
It kills you.
Yeah.
Welcome in, too. We're in there almost all day, every day in some way, shape, or form. And it's not just us, there's a ton of other people that are in there that are content creators as well.
Celeste's character for Tomb of Annihilation was a 15-page backstory, which was already a lot, but I let it slide since it's a long campaign. 2 years! 2 years to play Tomb of Annihilation? That's 2 or 3 sessions at most.
Well,
That's
it
what I would
depends on how
say.
they're doing it.
Maybe. But I let it slide since his long campaign. He was super engaged. But now, he handed me a 65-page backstory for a character who might only be in the game for 3 to 5 sessions. So, Tomb of Annihilation can also start your story. I should preface that. If you get out, you have really good gear to use after the fact. That's not even the final
It has
version.
like a high 90s% fail chance.
But the loot you get from winning it is astronomical. It will essentially set your character even at 20th level. That's not even the final version. He told me he trimmed it down and left out some factions and NPCs. How we got here? During a session, we had one of those classic DM-player exchanges. DM, are you sure you want to do that? Player, yes. DM, are you really sure? Player, yes. Well, his character got captured by the BBEG. I told him he's the big bad evil guy. I told him he's out of the game until the party rescued him, which could take a few sessions, but offered him the chance to roll up a temporary character so he wouldn't just be sitting around. He agreed and then dropped this massive backstory on me. My dilemma: look, I appreciate the effort. He's by far the most engaged player in the group, and I don't want to just dismiss all his hard work, but I also can't realistically read, process, and incorporate 65 pages of lore into the campaign, especially for a temporary character. This isn't even his main character, just a short-term one. To make things more complicated, this player expects his backstories to be used extensively. In Tomb of Annihilation, he's made comments like, "You haven't included this part of my backstory yet," or "You've only used about 30% of what I..." Oh, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Or, "You've only used about 30% of what I wrote." And that was about 15 pages. I can only imagine what he'd expect of 65. This character needs to die.
Yep.
That's the only way out of... That's
Kill
the
him.
only way out. On top of all this, he's also a very good friend, and I don't want to upset him or make him feel like his creativity isn't appreciated. But I need to set some kind of limit. Otherwise, this will just keep escalating. Any ideas on how to handle the situation without hurting his feelings or make him feel unmotivated to play?
Nah, he's too invested. The only way to get out of that without hurting his feelings is to kill him.
You can't. You got. It's more the fact that it's a temporary character in Tomb of Annihilation, which by the way, as far as I know, Tomb is just a fucking dungeon run.
No, Tomb of Annihilation was designed to kill players.
It's a dungeon.
That's why. That's why.
Dungeon, but
Yeah, it is a
dungeon would
dungeon,
kill
but
players.
yes, there's not supposed to be an exit to it. It's supposed
There
to
is.
kill
There's,
players.
well, there is.
There is one.
There's an
but the
engine
odds of
because
you-
he can't. Gary Gygax can't just go, and that's the. There's a point in.
That is
in
no.
Tomb
This
of
dungeon
Annihilation
was
where
made so that he could do that.
Yeah, there's a point in the Tomb of Annihilation where you beat a fake skeleton endgame boss, and you're supposed to ask your players, "Did you enjoy the Tomb of Annihilation?" while looking at them enthusiastically. You're supposed to lie. It's in the script for the module.
Mm-hmm.
It's a rough game. I think what's happening is they are running the Hand of Vecna variant, where they find there's a module. We're
going to start collecting zeros.
Yep. There's an adaptation of that module where you find a map that hints to the location of the Hand and Eye of Vecna at the end of the Tomb of Annihilation. Because Vecna is like a level 10 to 20 quest, and it's just
That starts at level
absurdly
10.
difficult. Yeah. So I could believe that the Tomb of Annihilation is the start to a campaign, but to say that I don't know. TLDR, a player gave me a 65-page backstory, mostly text, barely any images, for a temporary character. I don't want to hurt their feelings because he's a friend and very passionate about D&D, but this is way too much and I can't read or incorporate all of it. How do I handle this without upsetting him? You think murder? You think killing the character off?
Killing the character off, yeah.
I think... I don't know. It truly depends on how much time DM has available. If he had the time to do so, I would say sit down with your players and help them write something out that's a little more feasible, or at least workshop some ideas with them, because it sounds like this character.
That's
sounds like
too
this
much
player
work.
really wants to. Sounds like this guy really wants to world build, and you can do that, but there's a time
Absolutely.
and a place, and this
Yep,
isn't his main
and-
character. This isn't the place.
His immediate response should have been like, yo, this is too much. This is a temporary character. It's not going to be around that long. And that's how he should have
I
said
think
it.
it's your friend,
And just be
you
like,
should
hey,
get that, yeah.
yep, just straight up, this is too much. If you want to rewrite something that's going to be a lot less than this, that's fine, but no, this is too much. Save it for something in the future.
We so Squeak is like this, but a very minimal version. He
just makes different characters.
Like, he makes 15 different characters. He doesn't world build with them. One of my players right now, we're running Ghost of Saltmarsh. He made a character who is a cleric artificer who's part of a naval force that escorted ships. Only recently, like the last session, did he start meeting characters that coincided with his backstory. And Tegan's been around for 6 months, and then I had to finally get to him.
Half a year, something like that.
It's a process because they need to be written in organically. The edit is, after reading hundreds of responses, I've noticed a pattern. The average D&D group writes between a few paragraphs to a page of backstory. I wanted to clarify that at least in our group, we do write a bit more than that. From 1 to 3 pages for the less dedicated players, to up to 4 to 6 for the more dedicated. This is not 65. This is not to say 65 is not a lot. It clearly is. I just wanted to give some context on the average backstory players. So, this sounds like a group of, I wouldn't say veterans, but more like seasoned players. Because a veteran would just be like, yeah, whatever, it's fine. Veteran players are very understanding. Some of your best games will be with the older players who played 3.5 and older. But yeah, I think I don't know about killing him. I don't know.
The second it would be like, hey, we've only used, as soon as he starts mentioning
As soon as
the
he mentioned,
backstory is not being done, yeah,
that
you
shit
can kill
irks me.
Yep.
But like, I found it. I saw something the other day. I'm not gonna tell you the specifics about it. But it was specifically for Curse of Strahd, because we fully intend to play Curse of Strahd one day, so I won't get too much into it. But it's near the start of the campaign, and all the characters were casters. They were all squishies. There was like, there's no clerics or fighters or monks or anything. It's like, oh, what do you mean? It's the start of the campaign. We won't need any of them. And they all died because that particular area kills more people than falling rocks in D&D.
You know, I've done the opening for Strahd like several times.
The haunted house?
Yep.
Okay, so you know what I'm talking about. He's like,
Yeah.
this haunted house has killed more people than falling rocks in D&D. more people than God smiting. Alright, we'll move on here. Uh-oh, this one's got a baby daddy in it. We want to do that? Nah, let's skip that one.
I don't care
Ask
about baby
old
daddies. What?
You want to hear about baby daddies?
I don't care.
Am I the asshole for refusing to lower my baby daddy's child support?
Nope. Well, it depends on what it is and the amount of money he makes, I feel. Let's hear the story.
Now you a single mom. Sorry. So my baby daddy is ordered to pay close to $1,000 in child support a month for our one child, who's 3.5. The long story short, the amount was agreed upon during our divorce because he had a job at the time that could easily afford that, and since he left our child home alone at 17 months, I got awarded sole legal and physical custody, and he gets visitation. All right.
Wait, sorry, what was the reason?
Hang on.
Repeat that? I was shooting something in the head and I didn't hear.
A good excuse as far as excuses go. So my baby daddy is ordered to pay close to $1,000 in child services a month for our 1-year-old child, or for our one child who's 3.5.
Yeah.
Now, long story short, the amount was agreed upon during our divorce because he had a job at the time that could easily afford that, and since he had left our child home alone at 17 months. Thank you for the lurk.
He left the... Oh, no.
He left the child alone. Yep. I got awarded sole legal and physical custody, and he gets visitation. This will happen around the 18th month mark of our daughter's life. Fast forward 2 years. And this man has left job after job and keeps taking jobs, making much less to avoid paying child support. So hang on with that. We'll put a pin in that there. He's
Okay,
even
so
been to
yeah,
court.
we'll put a pin on that because there's
This,
I have
mean,
things
that's
to say about that.
Yeah, we have things to say. It's been put into the system. He's even been to court and threatened with jail. Wait, he keeps taking jobs, making much less to avoid paying child support. It's been put into the system?
Yeah,
I'm
so when
sorry.
you don't,
is there a
you...
literal court document saying that he's intentionally not taking higher paying jobs? Or is that what they're implying?
That's what it sounds like they're saying. They're saying that he's been caught taking it, or like he's admitted to it, or something like that. If that's the case, this guy's a douchebag. But what needs to happen is it needs to be taken out of her hands completely, and the state needs to have control of it. That way, he is paying a percentage, and he needs to be told that if he doesn't, if his child support and whatever back pay he owes isn't taken care of, then he needs to go to prison.
What's up, Hazel? Thank you for the bits. Alright, so fast forward a couple of weeks ago, and he called me asking me about lowering the child support. He said that they would be taking $281 from him weekly, that he would be left with basically nothing. He said that they would be... Yeah. A side note, he owes over $15,000 in back pay and over $3,000 in medical expenses, and still hasn't
he's not
filed
trying.
taxes for 2 years. He also hasn't seen his daughter in over 2 months, nor calls to check on her. I've told him to just give away his rights, but he refuses. What
does the DC stand for? It actually stands for Divine Creator. A long time ago, with a friend of mine, we wrote a book, and one of the characters was super important to him, and so it's like an homage to that. It's a reference
so I just
to
get
an
frustrated.
old friend of mine.
So I just get frustrated with him and tell him how I've been trying my hardest to keep my cool with him, but keep telling him. But him calling me and asking me this is making me mad. I've told him that I could care less if he gets it lowered. I've had a master's degree and I'm a government contractor, so I make good money. That I would not be the one to request it to be lowered. He would have to. He claims that the child support office never responds to him. We go to court in May to make sure he's paying, and I know he's worried about jail. He also does struggle a lot and had to move back in with his sister because he basically makes nothing. I do feel bad that he can't go ahead because of this when I take care of my daughter without him. But for me, it's the principle of it too. I'd be more than fine with him to relinquish his rights.
Zazel? Right, good.
More than fine to remove himself. TLDR ex-husband wants me to lower child support, but I refuse due to his lack of effort. Am I the asshole? When you phrase it
No,
like that,
there's
yes.
No, she's not at all.
No, I don't think
Dude, the dude's been 100%. The dude's not taking care of his kid.
Yeah.
100%. That's not on her. He's the asshole here. And it should be left to the state to do so. If he's making money, he should be left enough to live. So whatever his rent is, whatever his bills are, whatever he's making, all of that stuff should be taken into consideration. And then the rest of the money needs to go to the mother.
Cool.
That's
That's really it. Azazel, gotcha.
I know that name from High School DxD. And if you know what that is, you're a dirty pervert.
I don't.
That's okay. You're just not as dirty as you thought you were.
Or far worse than you think, because that doesn't show up on my radar.
Yeah, well, it was out when I was in high school, so. We just followed the rules. This is an IT story, malicious compliance. You ready, Zero? These are ones that excite you.
These are something.
Working in IT, me and my friend have a decent gig. Nothing crazy, just coding, fixing bugs, the usual. Our manager, let's call her Karen. She had her rules, sure, but nothing too wild. Until one day, she dropped the new policy. No pants on Tuesday.
No Pants Tuesdays.
Woo! No pants Tuesday!
Woo!
Woo! No more working on multiple tasks at once? Oh, you stupid bitch. That's IT.
No
Focus
multiple
on one thing at a
tasks
time,
once.
complete it, and then move on. On paper, made sense. Less context switching, more efficiency. In reality, absolute nightmare. We try to explain, hey, sometimes we need to switch while waiting on approvals or testing. She shut us down. No, stick to the task, no exceptions. Okay then. A weekend, tickets pile up. But
Yeah, you can't do that in tech. There's
that's
testing.
what the moment she said no, is I gotta wait for this shit. I got time to kill and a job to do. A weekend, tickets piling up. We are stuck waiting on feedback with nothing to do. Good lord. That's why you get a gaming system in the office. You gotta get Smash Bros in there. Work on your parries. We tried weekend tickets are piling up. Customers get mad. Deadline slipped. We tried again. Look, this isn't working. You're just not adapting. Good lord. She snapped. So we adapted by doing exactly what you wanted. No multitasking. If we hit a block, we sat there. No side task, no quick fixes, just waiting. Then the backlog exploded. Managers higher ups noticed. Clients complained. Then one day, Karen gets called into a meeting. She came back looking different. Next morning, email from HR.
Came back looking different.
Different. Email from HR. She was out. The new manager came in. First thing she said, hey, so you guys work how you used to, yeah? Yeah, we do. That's it. That's the whole story.
Bad
I've never
management
been
and
in a-
management was fired. That's she doesn't sound like a bad company.
I've never been in a management position because I'm 25, but I always find it fascinating when some people get very like up their own ass about it. They like they pay $200 for a management course. You ever seen those?
Yeah, and it's usually
usually a scam.
Shitty. It's usually shitty management advice.
It's like you gotta work your employee even after the clock starts to know that they're committed. Or that one guy who's like, you don't work for me if you don't have a six-pack.
Yeah, I remember that guy.
Yeah.
He's a good example of the same type of manager that this lady is.
Yeah. Where it's a boat of
He has
mentality. It's like,
a
no,
thing
we're-
stuck in his head, and it's this way or no way. Yeah, I was a manager at 25 as well, Red.
Oh, wow. The way to make me feel immaculate, Zeros. What the fuck? Talking to both of you now.
Zeros.
Zeros. You guys are like, no, I was manager in my 20s. Like, okay, cool. I worked at Walmart for a while, and a high schooler was my manager. And she was bad at her job because she didn't tell me what to do, and I was a new hire. So I sat at the garden center and played with a pickaxe for hours on end. I cleaned, I mopped, but then she's like, all right, I need you to set up a swing, and I'm like, I don't have any tools for this, but she was already gone. Yep. That won't still piss me off. They're like, they hired me for garden section, and then immediately like 2 months later, they're like, this isn't really working out. We can move you to the checkout aisles. I was like, no, just give me my check.
So that's Walmart, and if they put you on registers, they're trying to get rid of you.
They're trying to get rid of you.
Yep.
Zero's infatuated with the idea that I'm gonna hook up with. Every time we go out to a business, apparently I get flirted with. Allegedly, he's like, "Oh, that chick was."
Dude,
really
that woman at
interested in
Ollie's
you."
was, yeah, that woman at Ollie's was into you.
And I fucking over my head, I'm like, no, she wasn't.
Yeah, she was 100%.
What do you mean? I'm buying fucking Marvel Legends figures. I'm buying action figures, and she's like, "Come back to my van, sweetheart."
The manager was given to a select few, yeah. Usually it's people that they want to cater into furniture, yeah.
Yep.
Well, it's not. It depends on where you work. It's not always just about boosting buddies, but yeah, you get a lot of that.
The oligarchy management. She doesn't work here, but I do. Let's do an I don't work here, lady.
You work for your brother-in-law's side of the family, right on.
Yeah, working with family is either really good or really bad. No in between.
I will never do it. 100%. Never. Absolutely ever.
Oh, is this a nice girl post? Oh, let's do that. There's one. Just one. All right, the guy starts the conversation.
Damn, 11 bars. Christ.
11 bars? Goddamn. Are they all in campus? Holy shit.
I have a friend that I talk to almost every day, and she's a bartender in Ohio. I wonder if it's the same one.
It's a small world.
It is a small world. Why I said it.
All right, so this is a nice girl post. It's a text conversation back and forth. I think
I always think these ones are. I think these ones are. I always think the nice girl ones are always so.
You don't. So you'd rather believe that all dudes are horrible, but there's no monster women out there?
Oh no, there's. Trust me, I've dated a few. But the this nice girl, nice guy types. I don't think so. Differently work under him now. Right on. Right on, dude. That's great.
So what do you know what I don't know. This looks like Hinge maybe. It's purple and white text. I like that Hazel's got her popcorn out. She loves the drama.
Yeah.
All right, so the guy starts the conversation first. There's a nice place to drink on Yorkville Avenue I've been to a few times. You mean the bar? I'm sorry, I do dinners, not bars. I'm Christian, and I don't think a bar is the best place to get to know someone. Okay, how about tea/coffee instead? I don't take coffee. Are you trying to avoid paying the bill? I can't believe a whole-grown, beautiful woman is me. You expected me to beat you in a bar. I'm so offended. I don't go to dinner as a first date. That's why we don't have one. That's the whole thing. Fuck everything about that. Zero, it's been a while for dating culture for you, I'm sure. That came out shitty. I'm so sorry.
To be fair, like I've had several like real dates, since, but the best kinds are usually like
just
it's another person
meet
beforehand
up somewhere.
and then go do something and have fun. Yeah.
Yeah. Go.
Well, I mean, to be fair, I think I've only ever been on like one actual date when I didn't know the person beforehand. Yeah, actually, it was Irana. Believe it or not, it was she was the one I went on actually on like a first date with without knowing her.
It's always that.
We went to go see. No, this was a date back back like a long time ago.
I can see myself accidentally doing that.
We went to go see it was a James Bond movie. And she's just like, "Oh, it'll have tons of explosions. It'll be fun." And there was one explosion in the
It was
entire
Casino
movie.
Royale, wasn't it? Yep.
No, it was
Was it Daniel Craig?
something diamonds. Yeah, I don't remember.
Diamonds Are
Serrano,
Forever.
where was it? What movie? James Bond one was like
It's Diamonds Are Forever. It's 1971.
Diamonds Are Forever. No.
It's the
This was
1971 version?
no. This was a newer
that's the
movie.
only-
It was in the 2000s.
Diamonds Are Forever is just 1971.
It wasn't Diamonds Are Forever then. It was something else. Skyfall?
You guys
Skyfall,
wanna hear
maybe.
something- Good lord. You guys want to hear something funny and weird, Lol, like what happened? Yes, absolutely. Tell me your bar stories.
Absolutely. Gotta be up here, because it says that there's a bunch of stuff, but I'm not seeing it.
Alright, while Zero was oh, there we go. One time I was checking IDs, helping security out of nowhere, two girls run out screaming. Alright, so if this is gonna be in parts, I'm gonna lose my fucking mind. It's a TikTok story that only tells the first half.
He's gotta type it out, so.
It was the pee-pee poo-poo man. Told me someone at the bar is jerk.
Oh no.
Reminds me of that Tom Segura sketch. The chick is masturbating openly, and they tell her to stop it. Went inside, the guy disappeared. No one caught him? The silent Jordan. God, the story's suspenseful. He could be anywhere.
A month later, he does it again.
Wait,
Yeah,
what
we're done.
do you do to get your rocks off if that's the only way your dick gets hard? That's gotta be rough. I'm like, fuck, he strokes
He
again.
strokes again.
Ah, he strokes again. That's pretty good. I like the alliteration. The bar jerker strokes again.
Here we go. Lockpicks.
There used to be a horrible trend of people fucking in the bathroom in my local library.
Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, but they weren't clean about it.
Oh, gross.
Yeah. It's a mystery, because as this day, no one caught him. You ready for the reveal? Welcome back.
Welcome back. You missed the masturbating guy.
Nosferatu.
Nosferatu. Bounce on it.
Bounce on it. Crazy style. Thank you, and oh, that's okay. Alright, this is r/stories. When I was around 10 years old, I wrote a book. When I was about 10 years old, I wrote a book about a secret group of 701 children murdering school bullies and their enemies with forks by stabbing them repeatedly or tying them up and torturing them. Their army would be called the Forkians, and the leader would be a 12-year-old girl who accepted members ages 7 to 15 to their group since adults were too serious and wouldn't
This sounds
deliver
like-
proper justice.
This sounds like a recruitment ad.
It It wouldn't deliver proper justice. I even made an anthem for them, and it went something like, "Oh, heavenly fork, you give us less work, you love us so much, thank you God so much. With the fork we can now impale our enemies, the fork shall prevail."
Oh no.
Small note, this isn't the original version. The original version was changed due to how disturbing my mom said the first version was, and I was forced to change it. They would have
Hey,
secret
Mom,
bases
I'm
around the
starting
world.
a cult. How do you feel about this as our theme song?
They would have secret bases around the world and gather in groups to corner the enemy in order to threaten them enough to make the victims scared until they agreed to never do that thing again, and will be spied on for the next few weeks to make sure that they weren't lying. If they could be lying, they would eventually be killed off. Most of the group's
Oh,
members
where's the
consisted
murder?
of bullied children, orphans, or children who were abused by their parents and seeking help to carry out revenge. Every single one of the group's members were respected, and those who would bully others were exiled or locked up and fed their least favorite food for 24 hours, and not rewarded any candy for the rest of their time, even if they participated in battles. Yes, the little minions were fed
In
candy after every
battles?
battle, even if they wanted to stay in the army. I read it to my mom, and she questioned my sanity, confiscated my phone, and told me to never write books again because how creeped out she was by the original anthem.
Oh no.
That's the whole story.
Well, it sounds like she was trying to start an army of children.
No.
Yeah.
Good sir, the Forkians are a dignified child.
That sounds
murder
like something
cult.
Forko would do.
The Forkians? I haven't the slightest idea what kind of provocation would lead to that. The Forkians. The fork shall prevail. All right, so here's a two-parter. Okay, this is about a shitty DM. You want to hear this story?
Sure.
I don't. How do you guys feel about the D&D stories? I like them. I think they're nice if you
Okay.
sprinkle them through. They fine?
Yeah, no fun.
Okay, cool. We'll do the first one and then the second one. So the first part here is your character is too vague and secretive for my vague and secretive game. You need a love story? I don't have any of those. I'm out. I don't have any of that. Zero does take viewer submissions, so if you have a handful or just one or two stories you want to send to him, we will sift through them and read them live.
That's absolutely
long
true.
as
If you want to submit to me, Hazel, that's completely fine.
As long as they're not horrible, because Zero talks to me after we're done doing these. Just
There's
taking a
one
piss
time
in
you
the bar
kicked somebody out of
floor?
the bar for. Oh Jesus!
That's where the piss goes, right?
No.
Would
no,
you rather it was in a
that's the
stein?
bucket.
I thought he was finished and I carried him out. He was still going, wasn't he? He's pissing on the crowd. Listen, I'd go home. I'd go home. I don't go out to begin with.
I think when you start getting pissed on, yeah, it's a good time to call it a night.
What are you talking about? The
It's not-
night just
it's not
started. You get a
your-
little
it's not
piss
your
get
night.
you down. I'm like, no, this night's over.
You make sure it's decent. Oh, I was only playing, but yes, that's fine.
And she's like, a love story. And then it's just the most expletive excerpt from a monster fucker rom-com. Your character is too secretive and vague for my secretive and vague game. I'm half asleep while writing this, so please forgive any mistakes until the morning. Found myself in another failed play by Post Game yet again. A sci-fi and western game similar to Cowboy Bebop and Firefly, taking place in a single sector of space that is a failed rebellion and barely leaving any usable planets. And most live either on stations or moons, or the better parts of what remain of the sector capital. The party would be freelancers, primarily bounty hunters trying to make a living in the space sector. The main gimmick is that each of us has a dark secret that still haunts us. The party was going to be a one-armed tech that ran away from a corrupt megacorporation. an ex-cop slash war veteran turned bounty hunter, an ex-smuggler trying to escape the mob, and me as an old surgeon who was part of a workers' rights movement that was violently put down by the mega corporations. We all finalized our character sheets, and on the day of the first post, I was taken to the private channel and told he didn't think I was a good fit. He found that I'm immediately upset. He's found the public
Let's hear what he says. Yeah.
He found the public backstory to be too secretive for a game like this. I have to put down that he was just known as a very good back alley Russian doctor who loved to party. So I was basing him off some of the characters from Disco Elysium. He also told me that my character was overall vague. Like he only saw one major connection to the setting itself, and saw that as lacking interest and respect for the game or the DM running it. And the party and I tried asking more about the setting, as the setting document was about 3 pages long. And most of it explained the war, but not much about how time had passed after the fact. Who were the major players in the war, if they were the same movers today, the factions were a sentence long. So this is mostly remaining settlers who are dirt poor, and this is what corporations look like. That's all I had to work with. So yeah, the setting isn't described well enough. Pardon me while I try to find some actual good music. Okay, there we go.
Yeah, do your thing.
But yeah, that's not enough to kick a character.
Also, thank you, Hazel.
The setting document was indeed short and vague. When anyone asked for a more specific part of it, they were told, "It's in the setting document. Use it." And he would leave it at that. The one major link was to a gas giant mining corporation, which only made up a sentence and a half of the document, which was just the name and the industry. I had taken the time to thoroughly read the setting document, even quoting from it while trying to ask questions. Zero Azazel, thank you for the follow. Super appreciate you.
Hey.
Let's go. I dedicated a weekend before my finals to finishing my character and background, and the DM's response was, if you had asked them like that, I would have answered them. But it's too late for that now. In fact, it seems like that's a red flag as a player. They left me feeling underappreciated. I tried explaining to him that finals would be done by the time the game starts, as it was in the morning, but he kept twisting it to show that I didn't really have time for the game. Seeing the writing on the wall, I just opted out of playing like he wanted me to. It's funny enough that talking to other players who remained, it sounded like the game isn't happening, as the ex-cop character was too cowboy and not enough space, and the one-armed tech revealed too much of the background to be a usable character. And the smuggler was too specialized in piloting and wanted it to be a general skill like everyone had, on top of everyone being able to fight. TLDR, DM wants to have a sci-fi cowboy game, but me nor the other party members could make a character that fits into his barely baked setting, making it an us problem. Alright, so that's the preface to this. That DM is a piece of good shit because
DM.
Yeah. You are making a world that you are telling a story that your players get to enjoy. And it's their story as well.
The fact that this person went back and said, hey, I'm working on doing this for the campaign that you're running. Is this well enough? And he just dismissed it with, read the documentation. And it's like, cool, it's fine to have documentation, but if they've clearly already read it, and you can tell if they have, because yeah. So it's like
it's always hard. Like, the mentality a bad DM has is you can always tell that they're not exactly a chill person too. It's not one for one, but like if someone doesn't run your campaign well, it's very telling of that as a person. You give a lot as who you are as a person into your setting you tell. All right, so the follow-up to this is the DM kills game post session 0 for asking all the wrong questions. If you kill someone's character in session 0, you're a piece of shit. I'm just gonna throw that out there. Unless, so hang on.
Depends on the campaign.
Depends on the setting, yes.
It depends on the campaign. Ow!
Hang on. All right, let me rephrase this.
Ow.
If the entire...
Thank you for flashing me, Zero.
Like, sometimes there's Descent into Avernus, where like I think the players die in the beginning, and then they all go to the Nine Hells. I think that's one of the
There's
things.
Sometimes, yeah.
Sometimes that's okay, but this guy's just like, no, fuck you, and crushes your character with a
I
rock.
don't know what that did. Yeah, no, it's all good. It's a very, very bright light on my screen. Essentially turned on game mode.
So here we go. So I somehow ended up at a gaming hub ran by the guy who was the DM of the last story. I initially avoided DM text games. Dungeon Master text games? Oh, this is like the thing Mike is doing. I think. I saw how well he was running them now, and even the server decided to give them another shot. Well, the game burned down to the ground before long. The game's course... Oh, shit, I'm so sorry. The game's core concept was Final Fantasy meets Ghibli style, the lighthearted post-apocalypse. We were all students of a magic academy of the nation built on the ruins of a former, greater, multi-directional empire. We, the players, were entering our senior year and needed to complete a senior adventure. It was like a team-based senior seminar. We, the students, were assigned to the groups and went out into the world to find a relic from the former empire. We would be given hints of what relics and artifacts are out there, will most likely be fought over by other senior adventuring parties. Not a horrible concept. It's actually super well and easy to do, and it gives a lot of opportunity for growth and conflict. And also kit your team effectively. It's a good game if you're all avid RPG players. It's not a bad setting. Not at all. The DM briefly explained that this will be a more open exploration and puzzle-based than combat, and required us to take the young, hindrance, and arcane background. There were 3 players for this. For this category. A demon-blooded cat folk warlock type thing, trying to find out more about her born right to control it better. Also, the demon fanfic book club president. I am a foreign exchange student from a reptilian Mayan-inspired empire who was trying to see if the ruins had anything to do with their gods disappearing and seeing how the mammals do their shamanism. And eventually, and finally, a jester, a bardic theater kid who happens to be a changing-like shapeshifter. No one, not even the party, knew he wasn't human. All fun, good character ideas. This sounds like a great setup for a game, but it wasn't meant to be. The DM hated the strange questions and comments we were making. Here are some notable examples. Freaking out at the jester, asking if the weight we were using, pounds or kilograms.
Thank you for making me deaf.
As he was European. Sorry, what? Oh, yeah. So, here's some examples of the DM hating his players asking questions. Freaking out at the jester asking for the weight we were using, whether it was pounds or kilograms, as the player was European. Then, the unhelpful DM said, it's just weight, like God, they're like the same thing. When a cat asked for clearance on whether we could ever get a base or a cart, the DM said, I said this was a journey game, in all caps, and that she should know how to read. I hate this. When we pointed out that the info was under 100 posts and would be helpful to pin it, the DM did, but was needlessly passive-aggressive about pinning it going forward. Made vague threats that bad things would happen if we have to get carts or wagons or more pack animals. This is why weight in these kind of games is very stupid. DM even said no about airships, dragons, or other mystic meanings of transportation cargo, despite not even asking. So it sounds like the carry limit really fucked this game into the ground. They're like, we literally can't carry everything.
It sounds like so you have different types of people who run games, and it sounds like this guy is yeah, he's a rules
lawyer.
Yeah, and it's okay to play this kind of games occasionally, but and like it's whatever. Like I don't judge people for it, but you should always, everybody, regardless of how you want to play the game, should always follow. Yeah, if your players are having fun, it is more important than being a stickler about the rules.
100%.
Right now, I have a party, and they've actively been using the bag of holding. They've failed the bagman check twice, and I've just kept them alive. We just biffed the roll and kept moving on. The bagman is actively stalking these fuckers. He's gonna show up, I swear to God.
I mean,
but,
Bagman
like,
doesn't even
it's
have to be in the game. That's just something you include.
it's just he's just in the world somewhere. I don't
Do
know.
everything in the
it's very-
campaign right, and Red's just like, nope, Bagman, everybody dies, reroll.
Yeah. By the way, session 0. No. Was it? No, it was like session 1.
That was-
Session
that
1
was
because it was in
session
the
one.
it was session 1. Move your mic a little closer, please. You got quiet. Again.
I was moving because I was trying to get my
Okay,
meds out for the day.
Did you reset or something? The points have not moved one bit, and I'm always here. I don't know.
I haven't reset
No!
anything,
I lost my spot.
and everything's
right.
still set up, right? Let me make sure.
Despite
So
being
hang on a
told-
sec. It might have to do with the changes that Twitch made, where you actually have to be active in order to be considered here. That's why lurkers don't count as your in your view counts anymore.
Anymore? That's horrible. Why?
Yeah, it's for advertising. It's for advertising companies so that they can
No. Oh yeah,
Yep.
gotta pander. Gotta pander to the company, yo.
Events points. Here we go. Standard. I haven't changed anything. Here we go. Helper rewards. This. Viewer starting points. Free points per 10 seconds. Standard. So, and you're a sub, so I think you get more, right? So yeah. I think you have to have the it may have to do with the way that the Twitch API stuff changed. Oh, you're not subbed, excuse me. My bad. Hey, it doesn't
Are you
change
ready for-
anything though. Like it's the way that it works now. Sorry.
Are we ready for
Nothing's
more
changed on my end.
horrible things this DM did?
Yes, that's fine.
He sucks cock. Nothing
Oh,
wrong with
jeez.
that, intrinsically. I'm just kidding. Just I love dick. Let's see here. So DM said no. So they're not allowed to have anything that can help them manage the weight that is obviously being a distraction from the game. Had an issue about us typing character backgrounds together as I gave you enough backstory already. Now hold the fuck on. Your players outside of the game itself are actively getting together and writing together. That's fucking amazing, and you
Yeah,
should
that's awesome.
support anything they do, as long as it's
Yeah,
in the
look,
confines of the game.
It's going up
support that
because
shit.
you're here and the window's active. I think it just has to do with the way that the new changes on Twitch have happened. Your activity is only counted if the window is up and unmuted, like in focus and unmuted.
The DM, had an addition about us typing character backgrounds together, so I gave you enough backstory already. The DM left passive-aggressive comments when we finalized how we knew each other. Despite being told that didn't matter, he forbade us from having the same homeroom, having a favorite professor or teacher that he didn't make, which he never got around to making, no practice jokes, as no realistic high school would have or tolerate them. Wow. Never
what
met
jokes?
in or meet or even been in detention. They're not the head of any official school-approved clubs. No significant roles in the student body government, plays, or even other student performances. So, you have to be strangers, is what this is.
Yes, and you're not allowed to be in any kind of role where you would be done. Yep.
Yeah.
It's been
no
raining like a
pre-existing
storm.
bonds. Yeah. Hated that we used any JRPG term, as the game was Eastern theme, not a Japanime. Ooh, I don't like that. Isn't the setting Final Fantasy and Studio Ghibli?
Yes.
And no, we couldn't
Style.
use anime character icons, despite all the art references being inspired by Final Fantasy Tactics and put through an AI art program.
Oh, so this is
Gotta be
recent too. Okay.
I asked him for some clarity about the part of some of the fantasy critters and was told, there's a photo of them. What more do you want?
Yeah, this
when
guy's just a bad DM.
It keeps going. When we clarified the question to species, as some of them looked very hybridized, think lizardbacks or batwolves, lizardbirds or batwolves, he called us weird for focusing on that instead of things that mattered to the game. Some of us were talking or had abilities involving keywords and critters. When we asked about what edges, or feats, would fit the character concept, or at least a more practical one, as 2 of the 3 players were new, we just got more complaints about strange questions and asked, "Are you all fucking autistic?"
Okay, yeah, so he just needs to not be near people. So that's cool. Why would you treat people that are trying to get involved and into an RPG or a role playing
about the world you're building?
You're into a role playing game, and then you're gonna fucking come at them for being into the role playing. Like, that's just I want to smack this guy a little bit.
He's a little bitch.
He's a lot of bitch, actually.
Are you all fucking autistic?
A lot of bitch.
What's up, Perky Daisy?
Hey, Perky, what's up?
We would all confirm that we all, unsurprisingly, are on the spectrum. We even showed proof, which the DM would say everyone online says they are autistic. This guy's.
Yeah, this DM's bad, and
so those were all the reasons that guy sucks. There's 2 more. Okay.
Coming at people for role playing is absolutely garbage.
Yeah, I'm playing with the party that actively, this is the first game we're all playing together. And anytime these motherfuckers talk in character or do something as their I'm fucking happy. Ecstatic. I had someone the last couple sessions run up a dinosaur and punch it in the back of the head like Fred Flintstone. Never been happier.
He did roll really well for that.
He rolled really well. Zero's playing a barbarian.
Shit.
Beybladed around a motherfucker and just started cutting people in half. It was one of the greatest feats
Hey.
to Barbara.
Right on. Thank you, Perky.
Thank you for the sub. So after a month of waiting on the DM, we get a message from the DM in the evening. A good old-fashioned text.
Not so. Thank you.
Complete with a "bless your heart," as he puts it when pushed about the non-apology. He was in the worst mood for months. He was in the worst mood for months. This doesn't excuse our behavior in asking the dumbest questions he'd ever seen from this generation of gaming.
Yeah, he shouldn't be a DM. He clearly doesn't like being a DM. Yeah, no. That's what this is. Thank you very much,
Just
Daisy.
go write a book.
Perky.
You fucking... Go write a book. There you go.
Yeah,
that's
what he wants to do. That's exactly right. Some meat. Thank you very much.
Go write a book if you want to tell your own
Some meat
story.
and a broken arm. That's what he wants to do. That's what he wants to do. He wants to tell a very specific story with, and he wants everybody to have a perfect understanding of exactly what's in his brain, and he doesn't want to deal with any of it. He doesn't want to deal with people having questions or people having fun. So yeah, he's the dude's a dick. It's not fun. It's not fun playing like a Sour Patch Kid. It's not fun playing with people who don't want to have fun.
Yeah.
Luckily, I had a cast.
Regardless of whether he was new to the game or not, he felt we were spending too much time fleshing out our characters for a match, mainly with no real story. He was going to be primarily exploring and problem solving, so it was not the kind of game you needed to be that detailed. You're building a world. Of course you need detailed, you fucking hypocrite.
Yes. That's exactly what's happening here. Is the guy just doesn't want to have fun. He doesn't want to have a good time. You know when you're dealing with somebody who's gonna like enjoy themselves.
It's not even about DM. It's this guy's personality as a person is like this. You can just tell. How do you have a truck?
How do I have a truck and still eating grilled meat? I have other stuff. Oh wait, where is it?
It pops the hood. What's this,
I just
baby? It's 80 miles an hour.
I just also get attacked by a lot of bears.
Wolves. The DM said he would delete this world and would give us time to copy info for how much work and effort he thought we all collectively put in, which translated to you have less than 30 minutes from the announcement. The archive channels removed all the character planning and sheets and only left info of value, as the DM wrote for himself. Some of us were invited to his revamped dungeon diving version of the game, with darker themes and combat-heavy solutions, the game that you could have a detailed background in, despite telling us how tired he was earlier about games like that. It seemed like this guy is in a bit of a loop if the graveyard of games is a sign of something. TLDR, I
America.
ran into an old problem DM and he gave me a second shot and gave him a second shot, who was going to run a Final Fantasy inspired coming of age wizard high school game. Freaks out when we ask basic questions about the world, character dynamics, and anything related to an actual public high school experience. I don't know. I'm very lucky to have the experience I'm having with RPGs right now. I'm blessed with a wonderful group of. I'm blessed with a wonderful group of players that are genuinely having fun, I believe.
I don't want to walk.
No car for you.
Yeah, seriously.
Right, no car for you. All right, Zero. Pick a number between 1 and let's say 15.
11.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Tales from tech support. Tech support. Tech support.
Yeah, I hate these things. These stories make me cringe. The plow.
Wouldn't have fun with you, Red? Well, it's not just about me having fun. It's about everyone at my table having fun, and that's the most important part. I try my best to incorporate everyone as much as I possibly can.
All right.
All right.
Perky's going to kill me.
I see. Good luck.
Not allowed to
There
stop
was
moving.
nothing.
Not allowed to shoot things.
There is nothing I can do. Good luck, Pac-Man. Waka waka waka.
Waka waka waka.
All right, we're gonna move on to some tech support stories here. Zero works in IT. I use a computer. It's what I'm prepared.
I wouldn't say I work
about
in IT.
that.
I make websites.
You
It's a
have
little bit
worked in
different.
IT.
Yes, I have. Yes, that is
Yeah.
true.
To turn it on and back off again, or off and back on again. Is it plugged in?
No, yeah, turn it on and off. I still got 14 seconds.
Is it plugged in? It's such a good question.
Just that one lady. That one lady was. That's probably the worst question I ever got. Was yeah. She said, "Hey, it's not working," and then we walked through a whole bunch of different tech stuff, and it was just she didn't plug it into her wall. And then she said, "I said, well, did you run it to your wall?" And she's like, "It didn't come with one," and I had to.
It come with one?
It didn't come with the wall, yeah. Yeah, I mean, in her defense, she was an older woman, probably like in her mid 60s or something. That she was not computer literate at all.
Become a modern convenience.
Yeah, but yeah, no, I had to step away because that question was it broke me. 5,000 words in a minute and make 4,000 errors. Yeah, that's still impressive if you're getting 1,000 words right.
1,000 words. All right, here we go. This one's simple, but I can't get it out of my head. I work in a store that offers technical support for consumer-level technology. A few days ago, I had an elderly gentleman that we'll call Pete. Our receptionist made him a walk-in appointment earlier that day, and I ended up taking it. When I opened it up, all the notes were, the only notes I saw were third-party software, hard of hearing. I walked up to Pete and greeted him, and I saw that he was staring at my lips as to read them. Then I asked him if he knew sign language, ASL. I've been trying to learn sign language as a sort of side hobby for a few months now. Peter signs yes, and we continue the conversation in sign. Turns out the issue is with Skype, which keeps crashing out on his roughly 5-year-old tablet. He's been having difficulty voice calling his wife, who is deaf. Aww. Aww. What a loving old couple. She lives in a different continent. She traveled.
I don't know that you have the order of that right, but awesome.
Hey, it's me, the devil.
The devil.
I'm here to convince you to do sin.
The literal devil.
The devil from the Bible.
From the
I know a thing
Bible.
or two. She lives in a different continent. She traveled there for a temporary work opportunity, and she would be there for the next 2 years. This being the midway point. It's now about a year since Pete has seen his wife, and Skype is the only way they both know how to communicate effectively over long distances, as neither are comfortable with email or other text-based services. As I go through verifying that he knows his password and making sure there's a backup of this device, Pete and I are signing back and forth, and his face was completely lit up. I feel so
I
good
helped
to be
somebody
able to-
once.
I once helped someone.
One time. Exactly. Never again.
As I go through verifying that he knows his password and making sure that he has a backup of his device, Pete and I are signing back and forth, and his face was completely lit up. I feel so good to be able to, albeit slowly, speak with him in his language, give him the time he deserved, even if his reason for visiting us had a little to do with our physical product. Once everything was verified and backed up, I uninstalled Skype and reinstalled it. Had Pete sign in and use Skype's test call to ensure it wouldn't crash, as it would immediately
Helped him
upon call
get
creation
that
before.
first.
Test call went through fine. Sweet. I looked down to write a few extra notes and began to hear some coughs. I look up and there was Pete crying while waving to his wife through Skype. Pete called her and she picked
Aw.
up. He introduced me to her and told me that it had been 3 weeks since they'd heard from each other. I stepped away to give him a moment alone. I looked,
Aw.
it's moments like these that keep me going as a technician. Even though I barely touched Pete's tablet, fixing it made me feel like a hero. It's been a few days and I can still see his smile. Just thought I'd share. Thanks for reading.
That one's fun.
I like that one.
Yep. Was a good story. It's off brand for here.
This next one is dumb.
Yay, garbage. Back to normal.
Yay, garbage. No, sir, I can't show you how to commit a federal crime.
Oh no.
The repair company I work at is a small business and has two locations. One of which is in an interesting area, and as such, we get a lot of interesting people. This guy came in yesterday. This is a back and forth between user and me. Hi! I'm trying to think of the voice. Hi, can you show me how to access someone's text? I found some tutorials on YouTube, but they didn't work. I assume he wants to back up the messages, so I started walking him through how to sync his phone. No. I want someone else's messages. Wait, this device isn't the one you own? No! Do you have consent from the owner to read your messages? I read you're bleeding, and I'm just like, what?
I
No,
was bleeding a lot, yes.
And do you have consent from the owner to read these messages? No, that's why I need you to show me how to see them. Sir, if you don't have permission from the other person to read their messages, it's illegal to access them. I can't show you how to do that here. Well, do you know anywhere else that you can? No, sir, I'm not aware of any other repair shops that can help you do that. It's a federal crime. I could pull up the relevant laws regarding unauthorized access to someone else's personal devices if you'd like. Q standard Ranta, if you guys are supposed to...
You good? Uh-oh.
That's what that was.
Okay, yeah, you disappeared there for a second for like the last 5 seconds or so.
Me?
Yes, you.
Oh.
Yeah,
It's fine,
yeah,
don't
no,
worry.
it was so we live in the middle of nowhere, like the absolute
timed out
middle of nowhere,
Minecraft,
and
don't worry
we
about
are in yeah,
don't worry
we're
about
still on like horrible Starlink net.
I can't
'Cause,
post
we're
to YouTube.
We were supposed to get fiber I don't know, something like 2.5 years ago at this point. Well, 2 years ago when we bought the farm.
That's a different meeting. Engineer is doing drugs. No.
Yeah, kind of like
No,
you.
no, they aren't. This just happened. So I had a laptop system board fail. Under warranty, no problem. Engineer comes on site, does the job, all good. I'm called down to where he's working by a member of management saying that he must have been doing drugs in there because there's a syringe in the bin. There's about
Hey, right
10
on, Zero.
members of
I appreciate
staff
you coming
all
in and hanging
freaking
out today.
There's about 10 members of staff all freaking out. It's thermal compound.
Oh
It's thermal
no.
paste. The engineer's doing drugs! It's CPU paste. Thermal paste, huh? Must be slang for heroin.
Was it the customer that said that?
I had to read it again. It's really short.
Hey, right on. Like I said, if you're on when I'm done streaming tonight, because I'm doing The Last of Us tonight at some point. Well, it's 6. I will 100% right into you. So let me go ahead and check my schedule real quick. Make sure I'm not missing anything. Yeah, no, I got a meeting at 3. And we got time. What time is it now? 10:30? Yeah, we're good. Yep, if you're still live when I'm done, I'll write into you, but
You want me to read this one again?
absolutely.
You talking to me?
Yeah, you're good.
This just happened. So I had a laptop system board fail under warranty, no problem. Engineer comes on site, does the job. All
Yeah,
good.
we heard all of that. It was just the parts I asked about if it was who said that it was drugs is what I was asking. Sorry.
10 minutes later, I'm called down to where he's working.
Have a
by
good day at
member
work,
of
man.
management. Member of management saying that he must have been doing drugs because there's a syringe in the bin. There's about 10 members of staff. All of them are
gotcha.
freaking
Okay.
out.
Gotcha. That's something. It's not even a syringe, by the way. It's a little plastic.
It's a little squirt tube.
Yeah, that's all it is. It's just a little squirt tube, and it's a silver paste. And it's not even like it's like maybe if you get a big one, they're like maybe 2 inches, maybe. Insulin? No, I don't think injecting thermal paste as insulin would do good.
The server is down. You need to fix this now. This is a back and forth. Here's another tale from the out of hours.
Wait, hang on a second. Our community server's down?
No. This is a Reddit post.
Oh, it's the name of the Reddit post. Okay.
The server is down. You need to fix this now. Here's another tale from out of hours help desk. This gem happened a few days ago. Me, service desk.
The server is down. You need to fix this now.
Which server are you referring to?
The server.
Okay, what is it that you're trying to do? This is in all caps every time, by the way.
Trying to access the goddamn server.
Yes, she was shouting the entire time. Please, can you stop shouting at me? Tell me which server are you talking about, or what it is that you're trying to do? Business we support has many different servers for different things. I need to know exactly what isn't working.
Holy crap, the server isn't working. The server isn't working. You're wasting my time.
I'm in the background. I've already loaded up our server monitoring tools, and there's no alerts. I've checked our monitoring. I'm not seeing any servers are being down. Which department are you calling from?
Irrelevant. Fix the goddamn server now.
You put her on hold.
Can I get your ID, please?
Irrelevant. Click.
10 minutes later. Service desk.
Holy crap, the goddamn server is still down. What are you doing about this?
Put her on hold.
Nothing.
Excuse me? Nothing?
You still haven't told me which server is down, or what it is that's not actually working.
You people! It's obvious my phone isn't working. I can't make calls. The server has gone down. You need to call your people and fix this.
Oh, this is so much worse.
The phone?
Ma'am, I can see you were calling me from your desk phone. Is that correct?
Yes!
And this is the phone you cannot make calls from, correct?
Yes!
Some silence. Do you see why I'm having trouble understanding the problem?
The server is down. I can't call
obviously not a valid number. Ma'am, that number is 3 digits short of a valid phone number. That is why the call is not connecting.
Listen, the server is obviously down. I'll have my people call your people about this.
Click. I love my job. I love my job. I love my job.
Yeah. If people are gonna be like that, I just yeah, sure. 1 second, please, and then come back in a couple minutes when they've had a chance to calm down. I don't like when people don't have basic respect, common courtesy.
It's like, yeah, I'm a person too. Could you not?
Yeah,
me?
it's okay to be a person. It's also okay to be frustrated. Just don't take it out on the people that are actively trying to help you. And if you're going to be an asshole, you pay asshole fees, which is just something that, you know,
lucrative asshole
100%.
fee.
It's an asshole fee. It's what it is, yeah.
This is a, hey, if you don't want your $1,000 gaming computer, I'll take it. This happened a while ago. I own my own computer repair business, and a customer called me up asking me to build them a computer. They had all the parts and just wanted someone to put it together, as they didn't trust themselves. Absolutely valid point. I also worry about that because I don't want to touch it. It's gonna break. It won't be my fault. They had all the parts and just wanted someone to put it together, as they didn't trust themselves. It's a fairly high-end computer. They spent probably over $2,000 on parts.
Jesus.
Put it together with no issues, and I put it together with no issues. They were happy, very happy. When they picked it up, they asked if I could pick up one of their older computers so their kids could play together. The computer they brought in was maybe 2 or 3 years old, but for the time was top-of-line parts. It probably cost $2,000 to $2,500. They bought an NVIDIA GTX 1070. This was from 8 years ago. So that would be top of the line for the time.
Yeah.
It told me it needs a new hard drive and some extra fans. So I picked up a $100 hard drive, swapped out the 1070, installed the fans, and it ran like a dream. When I called them and told them it was ready, they were again really pleased and said it would be by later in the day. 3 days later, I called them again and asked when they want it. And they say they'll be in on the weekend. 7 days later, they say they'll be by at the end of the day. 2 weeks later, I call and get no answer. So I leave a message and send them an email explaining that starting at the beginning of the next month, there will be a $20 a week storage fee, since it's been over 30 days since it was completed. I call them in the middle of the week to again confirm that they wanted it and to explain the fee, but no answer. So I leave a message and text them. The week after, they sound dead. The week after I call and no answer, so I leave another message, email, and text. On week 3, there was still no answer, but they called me back 2 days later explaining that there was a family emergency, they were out of town, and they could be by within 2 days to pick it up. 3 days go by, they don't show up or call. On week 4, I call one last time and explain that this will be my last message they will get from me, and I will hold on to the computer for 90 days. At which point, I will assume you don't want it, and I will take ownership. So we are over day 100, and I now have a very good gaming computer for the low investment of $100.
Damn.
I don't, unless you're in the middle of like an action movie with Jason Bourne and like there's like no real reason you can't answer a fucking phone call. I don't understand.
Yeah, that sounds like something happened where maybe the person like went in the hospital or something. So it had to have been something like real life something or other, because that's expensive.
Yeah, but there's never any downtime in 4 weeks.
Maybe it could be in a coma, or he could be dead. I don't know.
The guy?
Yeah.
I guess. Alright, this is Am I Wrong? It's like Am I the Asshole? Gonna go to the top here of all time. This is the number 1. Am I wrong for putting together an emergency menstruation kit for my daughter? I'm the dad. I feel like no, immediately. I've been divorced for 3 years and I'm a single...
Yeah, go ahead. Let's hear the story.
I've been divorced for 3 years and I'm a single dad. Last year, my daughter started middle school, so I thought it'd be a good idea to have an emergency kit in case she started her period.
She started it yesterday, and she told her mom, and her mom asked if she had pads. The daughter told her Dad had a pack ready for me in my school bag. This morning, I got a long text about how she still has a mom to help her with this, that it was inappropriate and weird that I do this.
That's your daughter.
I
That's
text-
not inappropriate.
Are you fucking kidding me? I'd lose my shit. I text her back saying that as a single dad, I'm always going to make sure that she's taken care of when in my care and is prepared. But a small part of me is wondering if no, nothing wrong here.
Nope, that is not
Fuck that
incorrect.
mom
is your
for
kid.
even entertaining the notion.
the
Appropriate.
reason
Get
he's a
the
single dad,
fuck
I
out of
guess.
here. Yeah, no kidding. All right, so here's one that is old but a goodie. Am I wrong for this one's about poisoning? Am I wrong for putting peanuts in my food and not putting an allergen label on it, knowing that the food thief is allergic? All right, Zero. You ever poisoned someone?
Have I ever poisoned someone?
You ever poisoned someone?
We're not talking about that on stream. What are you doing?
Okay, cool. Zero has used coworker fridges before, and that is what we'll say about that.
Oh no, I don't touch this. I don't put any of my stuff in there. I don't put any of my stuff in, and I don't touch anything in a coworker. And I won't even eat around if it has like a break area or anything. I won't even eat anywhere near that area because it will smell. It'll smell like fish, or it'll smell like burnt popcorn, and yeah, I'm good. I can't do it.
Alright. Trying to be hands-on dad, which is great, yeah. So my office recently got a new hire, Omar. He's a young Muslim guy, fresh out of college. And ever since he was onboarded, my food has been going missing. I mention his religion because I'm also Muslim, and it's hard to find halal food on short notice. That's food that aligns with their religious
Yes, I know
beliefs.
it is.
Not everyone does.
Everybody here knows. I already
Uh-huh.
asked.
Okay, cool. As long as you already asked. It's been really difficult. It's been really
Go
difficult
ahead.
not having food to eat because it's been stolen. My theory is that he stole my food because I'm the only obviously Muslim one in the office. I wear hijab and I have mentioned going to mosque, and he knows that my food is okay to eat. I've tried to talk to him about this, but he always plays dumb and denies knowing anything about my missing meals. As the title says,
Also,
Omar
hello,
is
Joe.
allergic to peanuts. On Friday, I brought leftovers, which included peanuts. I made sure to label the package clearly with my name, but I didn't think to include any label about it having peanuts in it. No one else in the office uses allergen labels for their food. It didn't even cross my mind. When I got to the fridge and realized my food was once again missing, I rushed to Omar's desk, and I of course found him eating my food. I told him that the lunch that he had stole had peanuts in it. His eyes got really wide and he went for his EpiPen, and thank goodness he injected himself before the reaction got any worse. Afterward, Omar got done panicking about his reaction. He blew up at me. He said that I could have killed him, and he said that he would, and I said that he wouldn't have been in danger if he wasn't a liar and a thief. He told me that it was my fault for not putting an allergen label on the packaging, and I said that I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't even expect everyone to put labels on their dairy because I don't steal other people's food. He said that that's different because milk won't kill me, and I said that it was the same principle. HR has ruled in my favor, but now requires allergen labels on all foods. The entire office is mad at me, not just for the inconvenience of the labels, but instead
You
because I
did try to kill somebody.
No, he
It's
didn't though. He
attempted,
didn't even think
yeah.
about it. He didn't think about it. Because I targeted Omar and
I
tried
don't
to kill
believe
him.
that.
They're not bad about the stickers. They're like, he tried to kill Omar. Now I feel bad. Am I in the wrong here? I say no. I accidentally almost kill people all the time, and I never think about it.
I don't know. I think that if you
It wasn't intentional.
he says that it wasn't intentional. That doesn't mean that it wasn't intentional.
Well, yes. Obviously, if he tried to kill someone, then it would be a little different.
Yeah.
Keep your mitts off my food. See, I'd have done worse things.
How'd you like that sandwich?
Yeah, and I put nuts in it. Oh my god, I'm allergic. No.
I put
That's not the nut.
nuts in it.
That's not the nuts I meant.
How's that sandwich taste? Oh my god. All right. We have 10 minutes left. We're going to do a couple
Yeah,
more
we got,
here. This is a
Andy
fun
knows I
one.
got it
I
right,
have
so
an
yes, we're gonna do
unexpected
that.
threesome with my best friend and my
Oh, no.
boyfriend. Am I wrong to feel extremely betrayed by them both? Immediately off that sentence alone, no.
Did they have? Wait, no, because if they were doing stuff outside of the group, then maybe. If it's just
But,
because
like-
you agreed to have a threesome with the two of them, then
You agreed to have a threesome.
you agreed to have
That's
the
that's
threesome.
how that
yeah.
works. You don't get to have. I'm so upset that like I have regret about having sex with that person, but you did. You
Yeah,
chose
you
that.
did it. If you were consenting, then you were consenting.
If you willingly put that in a hole, then you have to accept responsibility for. I don't know. I'm very scared of the world. Just the other night, I was hanging out with my best friend and my boyfriend in her apartment. Started out innocently enough with us playing some games and watching movies. Movies, goddamn. Then we started playing Never Have I Ever, and the questions were pretty sexual. She then asked, "Never have I ever
They
had
always
a
are.
threesome?" And both... Let's play Parcheesi.
Let's
Oh,
play
fuck yes.
Parcheesi. Trivial Pursuit.
Oh, yes. Yahtzee, bitch.
Yahtzee.
Rolls the dice seductively.
Hey, welcome back, Cyrana.
We never.
They
we started
are
playing
absolutely.
Never
I
Have
have never played Never Have I Ever or Truth or Dare, where it
feels
doesn't
very high school.
immediately go sexual.
Like spin the bottle.
Yeah.
Never have I ever had a threesome, and me and my boyfriends both said no. Her entire vibe changed to the point it was scary, and then she looked at us both and said, "What if we did something crazy?" I kind of laughed because no part of me could have ever fathomed what she meant. But then she scooted closer to my boyfriend and started kissing him. All right, so you get hit.
Yeah, there wasn't a conversation.
That's
So
you just
yeah,
kind of
what she
did
did
that.
was overstep.
So wait, hang on. We're gonna put.
I would skip out on spin the bottle, man. I don't need people spit all over me.
So hang on. You said because she didn't talk about it beforehand, this is wrong.
Because there wasn't a like a hey, are you comfortable with this conversation? Then yes, this is wrong.
Then how is this different from the cat girl on the bed?
Okay, I can't believe I have to explain this again.
do.
So the story, as it was told, made sense for him to be creeped out.
You're right.
Okay.
Yes.
If he was single, okay, all of that is just that woman hitting on him. That's all it was.
Okay.
That's it.
Without
The only reason that it became weird. Listen, I'm sorry. He said that he found her attractive. Okay. If he wasn't
Eventually attractive,
in
yes.
if he wasn't in the relationship, things would have played out different. That is what I was saying. That is completely different than this. In this, it is happening in front of the person, and it's happening without anyone's consent.
Oh, so consent matters here.
Consent matters here, of course. It mattered in the original story as well. I changed the parameter by saying instead of him being in a relationship, he is single. Okay? So there is less nefarious crap going on that the original story had.
So let me run a hypothetical past you then.
Sure.
Let's say these three were just friends, and
Yes.
she just starts
This isn't
kissing
creepy.
the dude.
100% it's fine.
This isn't creepy.
No, 100% it's fine because nobody's being hurt. If you are just there, you're just hanging out and you decide to hook up, it doesn't matter. If you are there with somebody's boyfriend and without a conversation, you start hooking the fuck up with them,
and you don't know if they're okay with it or their significant other's okay with it, then you're an asshole and you're wrong. If everybody there in the room is single and they decide, let's just have a threesome, then who cares? Just have a threesome.
Okay, we're gonna continue reading the story.
I don't
I'm
understand
glad-
why you don't follow this.
I totally follow what you're trying to say. Yeah?
Live your best life, Red.
You're right.
Master, we are not alone.
Make sure when you start dating, you let that woman know, I need communication and I have these boundaries.
Well, we're dating, so she can do whatever she wants, apparently. Consent, single or not. I don't even want to.
Yeah, absolutely there should be. Yes, absolutely there should be consent. But if you're in the room with your best friend, right?
And she just starts smooching on your man.
It happens sometimes. Sometimes you go in. Well, no. If you're single and somebody goes in to like try to hook up, it's okay to be like, hey, listen, I don't got those kind of feelings for you. I don't know. I feel like you are so uptight about this topic.
It's not uptight. It's a little bit. It's more like I don't want.
Listen, I know that I'm not normal. I know that I don't give a shit. Like, it doesn't matter to me. Like, I do not care.
It's more like, okay,
but
so hear me out. It's more along the lines of, oh, conventionally attractive person sitting next to me in a movie theater. Oh no, they're groping me. Your
that's
reaction
different.
Is, oh, this is
that
great.
is different
My
than
reaction
this is
oh
my
God,
best
I'm being
friends.
molested.
That's different than I'm in a room with my best friends and this is happening. That is completely different. One of those is I'm in public and this is a stranger and I do not know them. That is different than I am comfortable with this person because they are my best friend and something romantic happens because there's at least
So you're saying
pretense
it's
and
not molesting if you know the person.
no. What I'm saying is if I'm sitting next to my best friend and the conversation is going to where that conversation went, and then there was an attempt, I'm not going to be upset. I'm going to be like, hey, either I'm going to go with it, or I'm going to say, I don't feel that way, or I don't want to do that. And I'm just going to be clear about my boundaries. If it's a stranger in a fucking movie theater, that is completely different. That is, hey, this guy's a grabby, call the cops. Or this... That's completely different. There's completely different context.
All right, we gotta finish this story and go to lunch. I'd love to have this conversation.
We have to because
for
I
another
have
20 minutes,
to.
but
I
we
have
can't.
emails
Yeah, we
I gotta
go.
write still. So.
So she started kissing. Thank you for the bits, Hazel. But then she scooted closer to my boyfriend and started kissing her. I'm looking for the spot. They started kissing him. He wasn't stopping her. I just froze. It felt surreal, like a
What he
dream/nightmare.
did was wrong. 100%.
Like a dream/nightmare. Well, that they were making out like it was the most natural thing in the world. I think I had a trauma response of sorts, and I kind of tricked myself into thinking this was normal. I can't explain
No,
it.
absolutely.
She
No,
just
she was
regrets
because
what she did.
Well, yeah, her best friend and her significant other were doing it like as if there was nothing wrong with it, and she just felt like, oh, okay, then this must be whatever. And then she thought about it and had time to process what was going on, and no, she wasn't okay with it. If they were dating and the boyfriend did not stop the best friend and just went with it, he is wrong. What he was doing was cheating on his girlfriend in front of his girlfriend. Which is arguably worse than doing it.
So it's okay to murder someone if at the time you didn't think it was wrong to do.
What?
Fucking whatever. I'll just keep reading.
No. I want to... Jesus Christ. We're having the conversation now, so...
We don't have time!
We're doing it. We're doing it. Talk about what's going on.
So because she didn't regret it at the time, but regretted it later with the benefit of hindsight, that makes it wrong.
No, it's wrong because there was no conversation. That is why it was wrong. There was no,
Well, then-
should
then
we
what's
do
the-
this?
then
Are
she
you
has-
comfortable
so she has
with
nothing to
this?
stand on then.
Who, her? I mean, she should have said, hey, I'm not comfortable with this and not take
But she
part in
didn't.
it.
So therefore,
But she-
consequences
yes.
of actions.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Is it okay?
But it does now, with that said, it also does not justify what the boyfriend did. The boyfriend actively started hooking up with the friend without talking to his significant other first. He is bad.
Tisk tisk.
Yes.
We have to keep going.
Bad.
We have
So
to keep
is
going.
Are you in a hurry?
Yes, I want food.
All
Sex
three
capades
are
can
wrong?
wait.
Yes. She should have said something. The best friend should have known better, or at
But
least
they
had a
all
previous
did,
conversation.
though.
You're right. They did. Alcohol's a hell of a
Consenting
thing.
Adults. Oh, no one said alcohol, did they? No, they said Parcheesi and Netflix. Nothing
No,
gets,
I- no,
nothing
it's-
gets the
it's
motor
stupid
running like
shit.
a bit of
Listen.
backgammon.
It's I'm gonna go buy backgammon apparently. I've never played. Maybe you're right. I have no
I can't explain it, but it's like my brain wasn't ready to feel the extent of what was happening, so it tricked itself. They started undressing each other, and on instinct, I undressed myself too. This isn't a sex sub, so I won't go into the dirty details, but a full-fledged threesome occurred between us. She licked so many holes. The next morning, I woke up. The next morning, I woke up first, believing I had dreamt it, but they were naked on the floor together. I couldn't process what the hell occurred, so I just kind of ran out. When it finally hit me, I had a full-fledged breakdown. I'd gotten calls and texts from both of them asking if I'm okay. I haven't responded. I can't respond. I've thrown up twice from the intrusive memories. What did she do?
Well, no, it's the thought. It's a thought of somebody that was
I get it.
hers, and that her
Yeah,
person was with
I get
somebody
it.
else. Yes. And it sounds like she
she's like,
wasn't. It sounds like she was not in the headspace to do what she did, and she went along with it, and then realized that she really wasn't into it, and now consequences of actions. They're all wrong. Yes, in this. Now, if they were all single, it wouldn't have mattered. Wouldn't have mattered. Consenting adults.
I've gotten calls and texts from both of them asking if I'm okay. I haven't responded. I can't respond. I've thrown up twice from the intrusive memories. I didn't want this. Why did I go along with this? Why didn't I stop it? Why did she start it? Questions just keep swimming in my brain. I don't know what the hell to do. Last text from my boyfriend was, I hope you weren't upset. I think this was a special event in our relationship, even though it was insane. He's knocking on my
you're
door
right,
and I
Hazel.
haven't opened it. It would have been a fire. I had no idea where to go from here. I still love him, but I can't look at him the same. I mean, I fucking saw his dick go in and out of my best friend. Oh my god.
Yes, that's how a
woman.
threesome works. Why is she going into
to-
details after saying she wasn't going to go
She
into
said
details?
she wouldn't. It
Yeah.
feels like I've been betrayed in the most disgusting way, even though I let it happen and participated. Oh no! Remorse! Am I right to feel like they did wrong in the worst way? You're allowed to feel how you feel.
Your feelings are completely valid, but it doesn't change the fact that everybody went along with it. That event happened, so.
Alright,
you
there's an
can't-
update that just keeps going.
Oh God!
All
Here we go.
Am I right to feel that like they did wrong in the worst way? Date. Guys, I figured I should. That's how she said it. Guys, I figured I should add to this post rather than respond to a bunch of people with it. I met up with my boyfriend about the situation. In a nutshell, this is what I got out of him. I asked a lot of questions. No, he hasn't been sleeping with her the whole time. That night was the first time. 2, he didn't actively want to sleep with her, but he wouldn't have said no either. He put this down to being a horny guy. 3, he thought the vibe was super sexual even before she came on to him, and that he expected it to happen, and I thought I would too. He mentioned how sexual the questions were, and her straight up saying we were turning her on with our questions. She did say this, but I thought she was joking. He didn't push her away because he thought it would be a fun experience for all of us. He admitted to being turned on by her boldness and doing it in front of him. He thought that if she did it
Yep,
so
sexual
easily, it meant
aggression
that
is
she and I-
fucking hot. Continue.
Gosh. He thought that if she did it so easily, it meant she and I talked about it beforehand, and that's why we invited him. They didn't have sex after I left, but they did express regret over possibly hurting me, and he left as soon as he could. I asked if I could see his phone to see if he'd been talking to her. He admitted that they did message a bit after the ordeal, but it was nothing serious. You can validate that with the timestamps. I asked if I could see, and he got a bit panicky, which made my heart drop. He was like, let me remind you that I was still in the mindset that it was a special moment for us. So I was going to be sick from what I saw, but I knew the full truth of the situation. So I asked anyway. He showed me their DMs. They went something like this. Her, let me know if you get in touch with, I don't know, Becky, which is then a girl's name. I will. I'm gonna be honest though. Of course, last night was the best night of my life.
Oh,
Me too.
Jesus.
I feel bad that Becky, you might feel bad, but God, it was so hot. I'll be sad if we can't do it again. You're everything Becky said you were. She talks about me like
jeez.
that. I'm embarrassed. Lol. All the time. I low-key wanted to see for myself. After that, he started complimenting her sex.
So that
After-
suggests that
It keeps going.
yeah,
But
okay,
yeah,
go ahead.
the girl's responsible. After that, he started complimenting her sex skills and stuff, which I quickly skimmed over because I knew I'd get sick if I fully processed them.
You're good
I
at the
skimmed over
sex.
Get laid. You're good at the sex.
Yeah.
I've gotten laid. You can do it.
Oh.
That's the sound they made. I skimmed over the rest of the conversation.
Rich
really
Evans?
because
God, that's horrible.
Get laid. I'm Rich Evans and I've gotten laid. I just couldn't handle seeing anything else of that nature. I scrolled up in their DMs and occasionally saw memes and reposts. I'm pretty confident that last night was their first time. It still doesn't make me feel better, though, considering I was having a literal breakdown that they were complimenting each other's sex skills and bodies. I told him to leave, and he begged me to forgive him for everything, but I told him to go fuck her again since he loved it so much. At this point, I'll probably block them both and just focus on healing and moving on. You accepted this! And because I know I'm not the kind of person to get over that at all. Thank you everyone for your advice and support. It truly made me feel worlds better. Is she wrong? Is she the asshole? Branding on this. Guys, I need chat's opinion.
I think all of them need to talk about it first, but it does sound.
Sucks.
You good or you just want to yell everybody sucks?
No, I'm gonna yell everybody, but with
Okay.
explanations. The best friend is a piece of shit for orchestrating this without considering her best friend's feelings. The guy is a fucking jackass for going, I just thought with my dick, I thought it was cool. It's your partner. You should probably check this out with her before you put your dick in something else. And she sucks because buyer's remorse. Yeah, I don't understand the mentality. I get regret or being a deer in the headlights, but you know, you kind of kept having sex. It didn't stop at any point. You woke up the next morning after all the sex. You know, how long do you think that went on for? 20 minutes? Everyone gets tired, maybe? 30? Maybe an hour?
Funny.
But, like, no point going through that. They're like, yeah, we should probably stop this. It makes me uncomfortable. Or, I'm gonna go put pants on and go watch, I don't know, Rocky 3. Because I am really tired of watching his dick go in you. That's what I'm saying. You're an adult. You can make adult decisions and accept adult consequences. That's it for Reddit time. Thank you, everyone who joined in.
So glad I got to comment. Appreciate you.
Oh, yeah, cool. Please go comment.
No, it's good. You're gonna write out. Go ahead.
Okay. No, that's please comment.
Jackass.
Say what you want to say, bitch. We're still here.
I'll be back at 6 p.m. with should be 6 p.m. as long as I don't have any meetings. I'll be back at 6 p.m. with The Last of Us.
Red, you
See you guys
choked on
tonight.
you choked on your tea? Yeah.
Yeah. She was over here trying to make it through. Here we go. Boop.